Alrighty. Lauren, how you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. I'm here.
Glad to have you.
I'm here, and I'm huge, and I'm ready to play.
Well, we're glad to have you. Thank you for joining tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Seth said that this might be my last one, and he's probably right.
Oh, geez. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, got it. So my objective tonight is to kill you off in a way that makes sense.
My
Got
last one for a little while. I
Yeah.
can come back.
I mean, but that's what new characters are for. So
Yeah.
I have to. It has been a very, very long time since I've killed a PC in this campaign in any of the sessions that I've been running. I think I really need. I think I really need to reestablish the fact this is a very, very dangerous setting. But then again, yeah. But then again, it's a low magic setting, and you guys are playing high magic characters, so it's you know.
Hey, I can bring in my barbarian if you want to do more hack and slash.
I mean, that's up to you guys.
I miss my barbarian. I haven't played her in so long.
Yeah.
I miss her. I do miss my bard. I really was enjoying that.
Yeah. Well, we should, we could talk about bringing back Brutes in the Shackled City at one point, too. I would have some fun with that.
Did we finish the storyline?
We did not. We got about, I want to say we finished like chapter 3, chapter 4, but it's like a 12-chapter campaign. Like, it's going to take you all the way to level 20 and then some.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but then again, you guys have got some stuff to explore in this one as well. So,
yes.
Yep, which reminds me, I actually do need to roll a few things at one point. Maybe if depending on where y'all want to go tonight and what you want to do. So, I know that there was discussion of things to talk about amongst the party, but beyond that, like, there was nothing actionable in terms of like prep of encounters or monsters or anything. So I'm kind of flying a little blind tonight. We'll see what happens. I think I'm going to have to leave a lot up to random chance. And one of the things I've been wanting to do is build myself a Dungeon Master screen, a custom one specifically for this campaign. And I think this is going to finally motivate me to do the damn thing.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like a screen for the background, or like a physical screen?
Oh no, like a physical screen at one point, but I want to have all the tables and everything accessible, so I'll have a digital version as well that I can access when I'm running games at home, but I also have been running a lot more games in person lately.
Oh, that's awesome.
So having a screen that has like the random encounter table, the restock table, the names, the likelihood of running into certain people, like something where I can have all the stuff on my job board listed handily and like an outline of what the encounters would be and stuff. I've got, because the thing is, I'm dealing with folks who, my other 2 tables that I'm running right now in this campaign world are all like middle schoolers. And if you want to talk about like random players, that's like, they're like the definition of random.
Chaos goblins.
Oh yeah, very much so, very much so. And I love them. They're all wonderful. I love them dearly. Like I like all those players a lot, but it is
what keeps things interesting.
Yeah. One party, I didn't notice their alignment when we first started playing, and they followed a plot hook off into a particular location. And when they got there, the random encounter that I rolled was just like a humanoid kind of squatting in the area. And this is how I found out that the party was both it's only 2 players, but they were both neutral evil. Is that they just straight murked the dude instead of negotiating anything. And I'm like,
oh my God.
Okay.
Like the definition of murder hobos.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, oh, he's on our property? Yeah, screw this guy. Bap, bap. And just like double tapped him and then took his skull to decorate their door frame. I was like, what the shit? So that was something. That was
fucked up.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, I laughed at it, and then I was like, okay, we're completely changing how we deal with this campaign now. Then, at least for them.
Like, good for them for acting in alignment. Well, and it makes it, it's so many of these campaigns, like it's so easy to be lawful good or neutral good or chaotic neutral or whatever.
Yeah.
But it really does kind of make it, I guess, more of a challenge for everybody, I think, to have either all evil alignments or a mix of different alignments.
Yeah.
Like when what's his name changed his alignment in Shackled City.
Oh yeah.
And we had to murder him.
Poor Joe. Haven't seen him since. That's not entirely true.
But you know what though? That was so cool.
Yeah.
Because none of us saw that coming.
Oh God, he played it so perfectly. We'd actually been working on that.
I definitely didn't see it coming.
Yeah, we'd worked on that character arc for him for weeks before Fringe. That was insane. Like we've been having lots of back and forth. He knew that it was a distinct possibility that he was going to totally get torched. So I mean, he was waiting.
Frankenstein him?
He wasn't sure. He wasn't sure about that. What's up, Anton?
Hey, what's up with you guys?
Not much, buddy. Not much. Nate, how you doing, bud?
Pretty good.
You got the perils of fatherhood. That's where you got to bail out on us early tonight.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Sure. Okay. What's the actual reason?
It's the season finale of Only Murderers in the Building, and Denny really wants to watch it.
I thought that drops at midnight our time, not
9 o'clock our time. Midnight.
Oh my God! All right, we're ending session early tonight, guys, because I want to watch that too. Hey, Jen, did you know that Only Murders in the Building, the finale drops at 9 p.m. tonight? Yeah, there we go. Sorry, okay, rocks fall, everybody dies. Good session. See you all next week.
I'm sorry.
Yep, Nate. And if anybody asks what happened to this campaign, it's all just Nate did it.
Yep. I killed everyone again.
Well, Lauren already said that this has got to be her last session, so we're gonna we're obviously Junie's getting torched tonight, so I think we'll just take everybody down with her. You know?
Oh
yeah, no, fuck you and your revivify, Anton. Like everybody's going down.
I have things to say about that.
All right.
And Tarask appears.
Those who speak up first get lit first. Got it. All right.
Fuck you and your revivify is not something I ever imagined I would ever hear.
It's like, oh, I just got it, and you did. I loved like keeping it from you just on a technicality last time. That was such a dick move on my part, and I 100% admit that. But I was like, nope, we came this far, and I can't just have it solved.
You haven't had a long rest yet.
Yep, Yep. And as far as I'm concerned, you'll never have one again. I mean, like you never played with the Brute Squad. Well, yeah, you didn't play with the Brute Squad, so you didn't know what it was like getting into like a 2-month-long dungeon crawl with no long rests. So that was brutal. Yeah.
But we had Earl, so
yeah, you guys had Earl. Yeah, yep.
Definitely a campaign where marshals are definitely worth their weight in gold. And
then some. Absolutely. And then, like Matt playing the cleric that just happened to be mildly insane. That only added to the fun. Yeah.
Never even got to my backstory.
I mean, we kind of did a little bit. I mean, just enough. It was a bit of a tease. We'll get back to it at one point.
I got anatomy.
You killed your vendetta, didn't you? Didn't
no.
You kill your vendetta guy?
That wasn't his vendetta guy. That was wait. I'm trying to remember. That was when Mikey guested. That was just his evil shadow from another plane.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember, that was Brute's Anatomy was a great.
Yeah. That was
man. That was epic.
Yeah. What I loved was Seth being like the one in charge, and it's like, how many ranks in medicine do you have? None. Like I should have checked that with him before this whole madcap bullshit thing went off, but it was
we kept assisting him.
Too good.
I think we all ended up having inspiration at the time, and so we all kept like giving him our inspiration and guidance and stuff. Because he had some bad rolls on that.
Oh my God, you all did. And technically, like, I was really being liberal with how inspiration works because you were all supposed to be rolling it at the same time, not like later on, you know? Hey, Paulie.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Uh-oh, there's a story there.
Yeah, Anton can tell you all about it.
Oh God, no.
All right,
Let it go.
we'll save it for off stream. So yeah, you know, because this is going out to 8 different channels, and we don't need to get anybody in trouble with anything.
No.
So
Anton and I were brilliant. Some other people were not.
woof. I understand that. Well, Anton, you guys,
happy to be here.
yeah, you guys got to join me on the next time I run a writers retreat. We had a great weekend, and I actually went up with a couple of your fellows, or one of your fellows at least.
Yeah,
So
I know they sent me. Greg. Yeah.
Yep. So
We just have to let us know ahead of time when you're.
I'll get you guys. I'll get you guys added to the Facebook group that I coordinated all through. So yeah, you know. But yeah, we got really working on getting back in the swing of things on those. But I'm looking at doing another one in October. So we had but we, you know, for anybody who's paying attention to this right now that doesn't know what I'm talking about, I took I lead my members of my theater company's writing unit on a quarterly retreat. We just go up and rent a house up in the up about 90 minutes north of LA, up at the top of a mountain in the woods, and we sit and write all weekend and write all day and play some board games at night after a group dinner, and then go back and either fall asleep or write some more, you know.
That sounds amazing.
It's been a great time, and like this is one of the big things that I missed since before, or you know, from pre-pandemic. And this year I was like, I'm gonna be doing these every quarter. I'm doing at least one now, and we've hit 3 out of 4 now. So next one will be October, I think. This one was supposed to be July, but July was just a shit show of a month for me personally, so I couldn't pull it together. So we pushed it to August, and then I think we'll do mid-October for the next one, right at the top of the quarter before everybody gets into the holiday skid. So, because once the holidays hit, forget it. It's just like,
I mean,
I'm supposed to
be in LA for mid-October anyway. So.
Oh, bitchin'. Okay, great. Well, in that case, if you, I'll run a few dates. I'll add you guys to the group and then post a poll with a few dates, and we'll get a group going. This house is it's big, but the thing is the sleeping arrangements. There are like 4 rooms with queen beds, you know. So, and then it's plenty of couches and plenty of floor space, but it gets a little cozy at that point. So I thought I thought 5, unless everybody's coupled up, 5 or 6 is about the limit for comfortable, unless somebody doesn't mind taking a non-fold out couch. But it is lovely, and we did get everybody did get to get some good stuff done. So, yeah. Hey, it's Seth.
Hey there. Sorry, I was photoshopping things. Okay.
All good. Hey, when are we getting that fat sponsorship check from your guys?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
We got to step it up. Our huge audience of viewers is signing up for trial subscriptions in droves. And it's up to them now to reward us for that.
Fantastic. With the one person watching, which is probably me, because I'm getting the Reddit stream ready to fire. We're gonna get those sponsorship dollars just rolling in. I can't wait. So, yeah.
That's a cha straight to the ching.
Yep, absolutely. You know, I'm ready to quit my day job and just be a full-time dungeon master. So.
I'm currently working on Splash Clash Party Mode as the next tutorial, which will teach you how you can play specifically with your friends and not just any rando around the world.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's figure out how we can use that to do the same gag as last week, and I'll give you guys inspiration if you figure out a way to work teamwork into everything. You know?
What was the title again?
Splash Clash Party Codes.
Splash Clash Party Codes. Mm-hmm.
My one sadness about this tutorial is that the perfect backing track for this is Sewer Surfin' from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. And obviously I can't use that as my backing track, but it just so happens that track is the perfect music to really get you in the mood to want to play Splash Clash in party mode.
I guess my question is that
You're not
is
going
it
to
still
shell
in
out for the royalties on that?
Like, come on, Konami, let us have it.
Oh no, yeah, no, Konami. Well, maybe. I don't know. I think that's worth checking databases and stuff like that and seeing if they're. I mean, it's not going to be public domain yet, but maybe they'll let something lapse. It's worth a shot. So, yep. Oh boy. Well, Jen and I have been talking. We're starting to plan the logistics for. We're going to bring back a very diehard Christmas for the holidays this year.
Nice.
So we're getting everything planned for that now, starting that early.
Awesome.
Yep. Yeah, and I guess we're just waiting on Matt right now, but Matt kind of had like the driving notion behind what the goals were for tonight. So if anybody wants to ping him, as I was telling Lauren earlier, I have ideas as to plot stuff, boring ass plot stuff y'all want to do, but I don't know much else about actual activities. So yeah. I think tonight will be a lot of fun. I'll be using the random generator tables a lot, and we'll just see where it goes. So, yep.
Greg, remind me to talk to you after this of an idea I have for a module for us to build out for the whiskey world.
Shit, yeah.
Because I'm having to come up with lots of new things for engagement, and most people that I've met who are brand reps or drink whiskey are fans of D&D. And if they
really?
Soon will be.
Well, I got a couple of friends out here that I'm trying to work with. They've been doing D&D. They've been running pickup D&D at bars lately, and they've been doing it over at the Lyric Hyperion on Friday nights, and apparently it's a pretty big success. And I've got a buddy of mine who owns the Fable over in Eagle Rock, and
yeah.
Well, what that time is. We'll get back to that in a second here. But good evening, ladies and gentlemen, they, D's, and gentle dems. My name is DM Greg, and I am your dungeon master this evening. I'm going to turn on Reddit here before we get too much further out, and I forget. Start streaming. Let's go. Oh crap!
I gotta say, I'm proud of your parents for naming you DM Greg in anticipation of this moment.
I mean, my parents.
Foresight.
They are almost prescient in how they knew that how this was going to go. Although, when I started playing D&D, they did pull me aside at one point and say, and ask me point blank without a shred of irony, asking if I still had Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And we're not going to get into how that conversation went. But you can imagine. So anyhow, like I was saying,
Life domain cleric, absolutely. I'm all about.
Yeah, life domain and fire domain. Got it. All right, let's go. Although would he be elemental then? Because he used water, or he could be nature because he used a plague of locusts. I mean, death domain, obviously the firstborn son. Why am I just focusing on Old Testament? I suppose it depends on the edition rules, because you got the Old Testament and then you got the New Testament, and it's like revised at one point.
He dipped into Bard, where not once but twice the whole water into wine and having the whole big old party thing going on and proselytizing. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
this is a hardcore multi-classer that I think this is something for us to examine.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, this is a whole new way to go. I love it. And if I haven't offended anybody yet,
what school of magic is water to wine?
Transmutation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. 100% transmutation.
Water to wine, stick to snakes. It's all just transmutation wizardry.
Pretty much, But then he does have, I can talk pretty. Smite, divine smite, just
And
liberal
revivify.
use of and revivify. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, true resurrection, considering how old Lazarus was. So, anyhow, boy, oh boy, we can go down a path there. But hey, again, my name is DM Greg. I'm your dungeon master this evening. Welcome to Secrets of the Barrowmaze for August 22nd, 2022. We are here tonight. I've got a brave team of dungeon crawlers ready to rock and roll. I don't know what it is they want to do tonight, so I'm going to be using some random encounter tables and making some shit up as I go along. So I'm very, very excited for this. This is a West Marches campaign, which means that you watching this, the 5 people on Reddit I see, plus the the handful of folks watching watching on the other outlets, y'all can join in this campaign. Go to secretsofthebarrowmaze.com, sign up, get on the Discord. Let's all start talking, and you can actually get your own session with me as your DM in this campaign world, doing some stuff. Matter of fact, my Turtle Tonys, my lovely Turtle Tony friends, there is some stuff that's been going down at the other tables that have been in this campaign world. Y'all might find some shit out tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun when you do. But anyhow, we'll get to that in a moment. Yeah. Again, you can find me at mastermindadventures.com or secretsofthebarrowmaze.com. Go to either of those links. Book a session with me. Sometimes you might even be able to play on the stream. Who knows? We bring guests in all the time. But West March's campaign is, you find a time with me to run your table, and we do everything each episode kind of like as its own little one-off. But it's also a mega dungeon. This is Barrowmaze by Dr. Greg Gillespie. Over 300 rooms in the dungeon alone, just rife for exploration. And then there's a whole campaign world on top of that, this whole Duchy of Eric, with a map that's 30 miles long by 20 miles wide. There's a whole other adventure module I've hidden in here, and no one's managed to find it yet. So there's some stuff to do here. Anyhow, that's enough about me. But let's go ahead and introduce our players this evening. Let's go on ahead, and Nate, you're right there. Go for it.
I guess I'm first. I'm Nate. I play. Oh God, who do I play again in this? It's been a while. Duke of the Joes, a nondescript human soldier of some kind who's really into fighting snakes.
Yep. Nondescript human soldier. Wouldn't happen to be blonde hair, blue eyed, or anything like that, right? Like Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
there you go.
We're not going down that street.
No, I wasn't talking about the other street you could go down with it, but that was Duke himself. So, yeah. Anyhow, let's get off that uncomfortable topic right now. Seth, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing great, as long as we're moving on from this topic.
Yeah, right? Anyhow.
My name is Seth Thygesen. I play Frankie Turtle Tony. I am a Turtle Barbarian. Do not call me that to my face. I can't talk good either. That's not what I do today. But I do stab things, and I'm looking forward to that.
Love it. Glad to have you on tonight, buddy. Thank you for joining us. Paulie!
Hey, yo! My name is Paul Masterson, but in this world and tonight, I am Anthony, Tony the Tool Boy, Turtle Tony. I play a multi-classer. I am an artificer wizard, and I roll around with my brothers trying to do fun stuff, fun smart stuff, and I roll through with my tiny little army. I've got my homunculus creation from Artificer, Tiny Tony, with his Tiny Tony gun, who has a higher body count than I do, and Owl Capone, my big eyebrowed wizard familiar, who also is creeping up on my body count as well, of dropping anything with 1 HP. But happy to be here, happy with my brothers, and that's me.
Yeah, I gotta remember I keep for whatever reason between sessions I just shut out the trauma of you having your own personal army to steamroll my encounters, and you do your intro, and next thing you know I'm just like,
it's more like the mop-up crew, it's you just gotta don't count out the little guys.
Yeah, well, in terms of action economy, you have certainly cornered the market. So alrighty, let's go ahead and bring it over to Anton. Sir Anton, how you doing tonight, bud?
Good. I'm Anton Ray, and in this campaign, I play Miguel Turtle Tony. I am the youngest of the Turtle Tony brothers. I hatched a day later from a broken shell, and I'm not too good with the thinking. It takes me a long time, but I think long and hard about things, and I try to be good. And try to help out my brothers and my cousin, my terrifying cousin. And we do stuff together, and we help people. Yeah.
Glad to have you, bud. Thank you for joining us tonight. And last but not least, last in introductions tonight, but first in our hearts, Ms. Lauren. Good evening.
Hello, my name is Lauren, and in this world, I play June O'Malley. Stalwart reporter / sorcerer. I don't know, what do they call them? Plucky reporters when it's a
Plucky is good. That's very
reporter.
Lois Lane. I love it. It's very Lois Lane.
feel like every comic female reporter is somehow plucky.
Yeah.
And hopefully I don't go into labor tonight.
Oh boy. All right. Well, let's see if we can shock and traumatize you enough that you just drop that baby right now. You know, let's see how that goes.
We'll see.
So, challenge accepted. All right. Awesome. Glad to have you tonight, doll.
You'll start a nice new rumor that all you need is a really good random encounter in D&D in order to send somebody into labor. They're like, I don't know, I'm 2 weeks past my due date. You'd be like, have you tried random encounters?
I love it. I think that could be fun.
I'm 2 weeks till, so we'll see. But
oh boy,
I don't critical fail on any of my Constitution rolls.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, who wants to talk about what we did last session? Because I know it's been a minute again, and again, I apologize. I'm so glad that my work on Eurydice at Little Fish Theater Company is done, and the show is now open and getting rave reviews. So shout out to my Little Fish fam. Thank you all so much for bringing me in to light that show. I don't have any pictures handy on me right now, but Google up Little Fish Theater Company. You'll see some photos of their latest production, and all those lights are done by me. I'm very, very proud of that work. So, yeah, you guys were so wonderful and lovely and supportive, and let me call out not once but 2 weeks running due to lighting work and being able to take the time away from running the game to handle everything over there, help me deliver what I think is an excellent show. So thank you guys. So yeah,
which is why I know Matt is going to say, so you're going to give him a lightsaber because of his patience, right? You know, he's not here. So I gotta ask.
Somebody's gotta, yeah.
I appreciate that you honor his spirit.
What's that, Anton?
Well, don't most sabers have the light property?
This is true.
Oh,
there we go. Yep.
Anyway, so what we did last session. Okay,
Yep.
So we finally got everyone together. We had done the greatest of sins, and we split the party. Right, but we had to because we had to raid the church while at the same time getting the elf and the dwarf body, or was it the dwarf and the elf body? I don't know. They kind of all look alike, but when they're all mixed up like that, the undeadliness and the kind of, I don't know. They don't. I'm not so good at telling them apart, but that's not the point. So we got our thing, and out in the nature church to the old god, the nature one who's. I'm not too good at religion. I know I'm a cleric, but I just kind of do what.
You're not good at other religions. Her and the hunter.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that guy. He was nice. Anyway, so we got all the bodies together, and then we arranged them in the position, and we got them near the thing, and it all kind of felt right. Like I don't know if I was doing it right, but it felt right. And so then we took out our Revivify scrolls that we got. One we bought and then the one we nicked, and I still kind of feel bad about that one, but anyway, we got that. And so then we read the Revivify scroll in the first one, and I almost screwed it up, but we got it. But with a little bit of guidance from St. Diego, we got it, just barely, but it was we got it. And then so we got the first one back, and then it was so much easier the second time. We got that one back, and it was like, yay, we did it. And then we're about ready to go home, but then this big ass demon, a bunch of little demons, they came in, and I thought we had made her and the hunter mad, and then so we fought them, and they were real mad at me, and they kept trying to kill me, so I kept running around. They kept trying to come for me, but then all my friends and my brothers, they were able to cut them into bits like nothing flat, and then and someone went down, but we popped them right back up, and then we killed everything. And then as we were leaving, the spirit of her and the hunter whispered, I said sorry, and then that whispered a nice breeze, and it made me feel all good that we had done the right thing. And so that's what happened.
Damn, that's a pretty good and detailed description of that. I absolutely love that. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, so you guys are back in the village of Helix. It's the next morning after your adventures the night before. You wake up, you're tired, you're sore. I mean, pretty standard for the adventurer, but you at least managed to spend the night in a cozy bed. Give me a round of investigation checks.
Nope, not paying attention. Just over here, sitting here
Yeah.
with 7, thinking, if Saint Yig didn't want Miguel to go and do anything with us, with this whole situation, steal the thing, wouldn't he have not granted him the guidance he needed in order to pull it off? I'm just saying.
I mean, that you make a very compelling argument there.
I mean, it does kind of seem like it happened like by divine intervention and nothing really happened in borrowing that scroll.
Yeah. Well, you guys return from the shrine of Hearn the Hunter, and actually, I should say it's not the next morning yet. We're still at the night before. And you come back, and there seems to be chaos. You come back to town. The tavern is empty. Most of the folks that were there are outside now. Most of everybody, all the adventurers and other individuals, some ne'er-do-wells, some just hard luck, some, most of them sellswords, are kind of surrounded at the moment by a group of men in black tabards with metal helmets, heavily armed. Give me a history check. All right, Miggy and Duke, you both recognize these guys with a 20 with 20 respectively. Miggy and Duke, you recognize these as members of Black Company. That is the local mercenary company, and they are the closest thing to a town guard that the village of Helix has, because this little podunk town in the middle of BFE nowhere, the Duke doesn't really give a damn about what goes on here. This is a wretched hive of scum and villainy, so of course he hires mercenaries to help keep the peace when needed. You find that there's a body on the ground. Actually, and I will say this, Tony, you recognize the fact that there's a body on the ground first with your 17 in the investigation. And that you look inside the tavern and it looks like something happened in there. It looks like there's smashed furniture, there's windows that have been shattered, and it looks like a little bit of chaos went down in there and spilled outside. There's an individual in a pool of blood. There are what looks to be like a ranking officer of Black Company standing over them, along with one of the serving women from the tavern. Egret, you can't miss the 6-foot redhead anywhere. And I wish I had a good CSI Miami one-liner for here. But I'll see if I could think one up. But I don't have my sunglasses. Damn it. Okay. And as you are coming in, you see coming from the other from the other end, the southern end of the village, a couple of folks come running back saying that they found another body. This one looks to be absolutely ripped to shreds, is what they're screaming. That someone ripped somebody to shreds. So some shit went down in town when you guys were out helping rescue these two individuals.
Hey guys, should we see if that body is still a person, or is a body? Should we get to the bottom of this? Hey,
is it our tavern?
Yeah, this is the early grave.
Do you guys know what this means?
What does this mean, Frank?
There ain't gonna be no breakfast czar. Can't have breakfast czar being cooked here. Look, if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen. That's what I always say, right?
That's true. Mama Tony says that.
That is true.
Hey, is that guy? That guy need some healing, some help?
The officer standing over the corpse looks in your direction and hears you. Total Tonys. I suppose what brings... Sorry, it's been a long night.
Yeah.
What do you want?
We just come in seeing this fiasco and seeing if we can help at all. What's going on? Like we see that guy bleeding. Like, just wondering if he ain't dead, we don't want him to die. You know, we help people.
He's dead.
Oh.
He is dead. Distinctly, canonically dead. Yes.
Can you fill us in on what happened? Because that's like a favorite tavern, you know, and this looks like somebody bashed it up.
I will say that you guys. Well, actually, give me a. Give me a persuasion check real quick, because he's just like looking at this like, oh my god, somebody else I got to answer. You know, somebody else with questions. I don't want to deal with this. All right, you want to roll guidance on that? Okay, a 12. He's like, there was a bar fight. It spilled outside. This guy got stabbed. He's dead now, and we're looking for the person who shanked him. And at that point, the person that came running back saying that they found somebody says, "Oh, we think we found the stabber, sir. We found a bloody dagger on him, but his throat was ripped clean out, and it looked like wolves got him." Oh, did you find anything that could have been belonged to him? Well, he had a lot of money on him, sir. Yes, Anton. Oh, you're muted, bud.
Yeah, I'm mute.
No, Miggy's raising his hand.
Oh, they're looking. They're engrossed in the conversation, and then after a second or two, yes, Mr. Total Tony, yes. What you have a question?
Me? Oh no, my father was Mr. Total Tony. I'm Miggy.
Yes, Mr. Miggy. What do you need?
Just I know I'm not very smart, but I mean, it's just like wolves in swamps. I just don't think there's a lot of wolves around here because it's a swamp, and like they're in the higher forests with the forest and the mountains and the prairies. This is a swamp, right? I mean,
give me a round of nature checks.
I mean, it's just nature. I know survival, not nature. Man.
Try to get ourselves stocked up on bad rolls so when it matters.
Yeah, so a 6 and 11, a 2, a 10, a 6, and a 10.
Yeah, we don't know nothing about nature.
Well, I mean, yeah. I thought it was a survival thing, like, are wolves going to be around here type of thing.
That would be, technically that would fall under nature. If you want to roll survival, if you got a better score on that, I'll allow that. So if you guys want to make a round of survival checks, go for that. Holy shit, 23 right out the gate. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong, but it's just like,
holy shit.
We don't know crap about nature, but we know a little bit about surviving.
Yeah, okay, so let's see. We got a 23, a 16, a 16, a 22, a natural 20, which according to 1D&D is now an automatic success, and an 11. We should talk about 1D&D at one point, y'all, and figure out how
automatic success for skill checks?
Yes, nat 20 is automatic success on skill checks now, and a 1 is now automatic failure.
What if you're trying to do something insane?
Well, okay,
so you shouldn't let them roll.
Well,
there is that.
So
the DM says no. Yeah.
The thing I've always heard on that is that if somebody asks for something insane, like, "Hey, king, give me your throne," and you roll a nat 20 on persuasion, the nat 20 helps you avoid the negative consequences of having done that. So you succeed in not getting stabbed for trying to usurp the king's throne.
Yeah, that's about right. It's not a automatic win, get out of jail free kind of thing. It is actions have consequences. Okay, so with that, yeah, you know what? Wolves, werewolves, those don't really, wolves around here don't really exist. They if in the more foresty regions to the north, yes, but they were coming from the south, and what you're talking about there with the south is the swamp that leads to the Barrows. Now, you've heard of swamp puppies, which are alligators, and they are insisting that these were not teeth marks. They look to be more like claws. And also, let me also tell you this with a survival check. Miggy, 1 second. All of you noticed the following, and I just put it in the private chat.
I don't know what that means, but
Okay. Anton, what are yes, Mr. Total Tony.
okay. So does he mean me, right?
Yes, I mean you, please.
It's all right. It's just like what? How big were they?
No one saw them. They just found the body.
No, I know about the claw marks because we encountered these weird things with big ass claws tonight, and maybe there was some of them around here.
I'm sorry, you what?
Well, there was a big monster with big claws, and they couldn't like if they
Where
were
did you encounter such a creature? If there is a threat to the village here, we need to notify and
we
mobilize.
killed it. It's fine. It's not a threat to the village anymore. But
Anybody else notice it's a full moon? Like we've heard of, like we've seen some vampires and stuff. I mean, maybe some werewolves. Can we see this body? Because
yeah, you guys can actually see the body quite plainly. You don't need much assistance in this because it is a full moon, cloudless night, which is weird because usually this place isn't shrouded in fog. But for whatever reason, tonight it is crystal clear skies out. And it is bright.
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna I'm not touching the body. I'm gonna put my 2 glowing balls down by its neck, away from it, out of the blood. I'm gonna start taking some measurements, kind of like looking, etc. Seeming like
the body that's at your feet right now was the guy who was shanked and robbed. And that guy, actually, give me a medicine check. This guy's his throat is still intact. I will tell you this: the one in front of you, his throat is still intact.
Does it look like he fought back at all, or was it just kind of like a surprise stab in the back?
What's your class?
Ranger.
Ranger. Okay. You know what? Give me an insight check. Anthony and Miggy, with your 11 and 12 respectively, you could see that this guy was stabbed in the lower back repeatedly. And with a 10 insight, it looks like he was caught by surprise. Maybe, probably, most likely caught by surprise. And it looks like it only took 1 or 2 shots for them to be fatal. And it looks like the body was picked clean.
And this was the guy in the fight, or was this?
This is the guy outside the tavern.
Okay, so
you could say he was caught unaware wolf.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, boy.
No. We already established.
There it is.
We already established that there are no wolves here. But okay, so
well, there are no wolves here, but there might be wolves there.
And
the question might be,
the guy
where are the wolves?
Oh.
The wolves.
Yeah. Well, excuse me, and this is the guard. Pardon me, the merc that came running back. Well, the guy that we found shredded is over yonder, off in the woods a ways. We tracked some blood, and then found him just shredded and discarded up against a tree. We think this was a crime of opportunity, a passion, because there was no. All the money's still there. Money obviously not a motivator. At least all the money was still there when I left. And you see a couple of folks in the crowd, that have been crowded around. They just kind of start heading off in the woods in the general direction of the body, going like, "Oh, the money's still there." You say, "Okay."
It sounds. We've seen stuff like this, down by the shore all the time. Somebody's foolish enough to take a hit on somebody when they shouldn't be living that life, and then to shut them up. Whoever hires them, just silences him for good.
Yes, Anton. All right, yes, Mr. Total Tony. Again, you don't need to raise your hand. You could just ask your question.
He's just very polite that way.
Yeah, yes, I understand that. But Mr. Total Tony, yes, please proceed.
So who is this guy?
This guy?
Yeah. I mean, what if, okay, so the cat's paw dude, the guy with the money who got ripped out by a big nasty monster who was probably not a wolf. Okay, that's one thing, but who's this guy and why would someone want to kill him?
Well, yeah, it looked like he had a lot of money on him. looks like he had a lot of money on him. If the other corpse is any sort of indicator. So that I would say that this guy was a blade for ire named Eukid, and he lived the way he died.
By stabbed in the back.
Something like that. You know, in the pursuit of money, from the sounds of it. That's the best motivation that we can find, since he was here picked clean. And now the other body, looks like that was just karma. But you haven't been out to check that one out yet. So, you know.
Do you guys want to go take a look out there? What's,
yeah, we might want to check that out before it gets picked clean by all those people filtering out of the crowd after you mentioned
it's okay. I got 3 more guards over there. They're all trustworthy men.
Oh, watching each other, I assume.
Indeed. Yep.
You mind if we take a little gander? You know, sometimes we see some things, but you know, we don't want to step on your toes if like this is like a black company only sort of thing.
Well, it seems kind of open and shut to me. So it appears to me that the perpetrator of this crime already met capital punishment. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not being paid here to prosecute or persecute the offenders. I'm here just to keep the peace. As far as I'm concerned, the peace has been kept. But if you wish to go off and investigate, I shall leave that to your discretion.
And why don't we go take a look, eh? You know.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Frankie, what's a discretion?
So discretion is when you say something negative about somebody, right?
Oh, I don't like doing that.
Yeah. You don't want to diss nobody, right? So you diss them, and then they're questioning wrong for bruising because they just said something rude. Like, let me put a few things together here. 1, there's some sort of full moon situation going on, abnormally clear. 2, there's stab wounds on this guy right in the back. And 3, every time that guy says Total Tony, he says it with that discretion. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's disrespecting us every time. That's what I'm sensing right now. I'm sensing a full amount of disrespect.
Okay, I'm not sure that's what discretion means.
Well, you would be wrong about that.
Oh, okay.
He's over here acting like he knows words. Okay.
You're right. You're right, Frankie. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of thinking, I was thinking, why don't we just ask this guy, right? Like, you talk to your god and whatnot. Don't you have, like, some kind of ability what you could speak to dead people and be like, hey, what killed you?
I don't know. I never tried.
I mean, that's got to be a thing, right? You can talk to you can talk to the recently deceased or maybe long deceased. I don't know.
What do you think, Junie? Might as well just, you know, tap on his door and see if he answers.
I mean, it's always good to go to a primary source.
Sure, yeah. That makes sense.
I mean, I'd have to think about it, like pray on it and see if like I can do that, because I just don't know.
Sure.
Maybe we should just check out see if it's simple. Maybe we should just take a look at this guy, see what's going on.
I'll do things the head busting away. I like the way you think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, give me a round of survival checks. Just to navigate in the night. Frankie, you and Kassan, Miggy, you just are kind of just at lost in the dark here, but Frankie and Tony, both of you guys are heading off and leading the rest of the group off into the woods.
The 718 is for Owl Capone, since you know he can see in the dark.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Yeah, he can see in the dark, so he's able to navigate for y'all. So you guys start making your way through the forest. It's actually kind of easy to follow the tracks, and the merc who who ran in is actually escorting you back, going, I can't just let anybody go up there, you know. What the hell is with my accent? Roy, I can't just let anybody go up there by themselves, you know, sticky finger filchers or other no good nicks going up there. So I was going to walk you up there if that's okay with you. And
whoa. Hold on, one second right here. First of all, we are not just anyone. And second of all, none of us are alone. Look at this. We all here together. Like,
yeah, but you're all friends, right?
no,
We're not friends. We are family.
Oh,
Thank
see, even worse. I got it. So I can't. You all just vouch for each other if somebody filched off with all the evidence. So, you know.
He's just changing the criteria. Like, that seems unfair.
Yes, Mr. Total Tony.
Okay, but so then what if Anthony and Junie and Frankie went and I and Kassan and Duke stayed here, or just a couple of us, so only one turtle and two people who look like you, so you'll feel more comfortable. Like, what if it was just Anthony and Junie and Duke that went, because only none of them are related to each other, and then two of them at least look like you, and you'll be more comfortable.
And here's the negative, and here's the natural one on the survival check. You guys are you're all talking, and Frankie's already just stalking off and leading everybody else. Roy, sorry, mate. I'm getting a little confused here. You're just talking so fast. It just doesn't make any. Well, let's just go. Let's just all go. I'll take you there. I know the way. You don't even have to work that hard to get there in the dock. Yeah, I got you. I'll take you. So, and Polar Nice, thank you for joining us on Twitch this evening and watching. Definitely appreciate you dropping in, and definitely appreciate your love for the fine facial hair of the Turtle Tony family and their dungeon master. Yes, we try very, very hard to nurture this growth here. So thank you for that.
And the after picture.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. It's okay, Nate. You squeeze your squeeze your eyes hard and concentrate. You'll get yours back one day. So, oh my gosh, 4:45 in the morning. Where are you? Where are you located? I'm really curious now. Are you like in Iceland or in the UK? Yeah, that's not Pennsylvania.
Polar Knights, do you need us to speak real
Norway.
soft?
No.
Like, we can speak in a way that will put you straight to sleep if you need that. We will take care of you.
Well, thank you very much for joining us this morning, and I hope you're enjoying us with your morning coffee. Speaking of coffee, I'm gonna have to make myself some here real soon. But yeah, after about walking for about a good 20 minutes or so, and the debate going on, you do manage to find your way to this corpse, and this corpse has been savaged. You actually recognize the victim. The victim has a very, very surprised look on his face. This is someone who you'd seen around the tavern a few times. Not a terribly nice gentleman. Got a scar over one eye. Kind of like a shifty mustache, and his face stuck in a rictus of surprise as his throat is 100% gone. Like, just straight, you look down at the neck and all you just see is like spine. And then also, like, stomach ripped open, intestines splayed everywhere. You could smell the body before you saw it. And at this point, you do see a couple of other guards around. They all seem to be on guard at the moment, weapons drawn, because they said that they had heard animals running about, other predators running about in the night, in the darkness. So seeing more friendly faces come in is kind of a bit of a relief to them. Yeah. What do you all want to do?
Hey, I know that guy, right? Isn't that Shifty McScarface? You see him around the tavern all the time.
Yeah, I think you're right, Frankie.
Yeah.
Guy wasn't too nice either.
Yeah.
Shifty McScarface. That's just the nickname you assigned to him, but yes, you do recognize him. Yep.
This guy, don't worry, we're here to help you out. I saved the guards who were around him. You see any tracks around this guy? You search him to see if he had any. Seems like this guy did the old stabby in the back to the sellsword in town.
Yeah, one of them, this rather large framed, grizzled veteran with a big bushy brown beard, kind of steps up. He's the dude is like you'd think that he's fat at first looking at him, but the dude's about 6'7", and you think he's fat, but really he's one of those guys who's just husky, but like rock hard muscle underneath. Like this guy could win international strongman competitions from the looks of him. And he kind of steps up and he's like, yeah, we're keeping the animals away from him until we're told otherwise. But yeah, there's a lot of interest here.
Yeah, we was told, that the black company like leader down there said it was pretty much open and shut. He said it was okay if we took a look at him, if you don't mind. We're a little worried it might be werewolves, and we don't want to be caught unaware of the wolves.
Oh, it's pure punishment tonight.
What?
Yep. He kind of like chuckles a little bit and says, I haven't heard that one before. Yeah, go on ahead.
Okay.
All right, so you walk up, and like I said, the body is savaged as I described it. Give me a round of investigation checks.
So I'm gonna look for tracks leading away from the body in any direction.
Yep, give me a survival check if you're looking for tracks. Miggy with an 18, Tony with a 15, and Duke with a 17. Duke, you actually do manage to find footprints, and they are big and clawed. You can actually, what you notice is like a very distinct print of the ball of the foot, like super large, and pronounced claws extending from the toes that dig into the ground to provide leverage and movement. And yeah, Miggy, you got to do one or the other. You can't do both. So with your 18 on the investigation, you actually do find the you find that the body is death by natural causes, in the sense of like some sort of animal or creature ripped this guy apart. Very, very natural in that regard. This is not magic. This man died of ignition from violent trauma to the throat and to the torso.
I want to look at the knife.
Which knife?
The knife he supposedly had, the bloody dagger that was supposedly the weapon that killed the other guy.
You actually do find it, and there is it is coated in blood, like it has seen recent use this evening.
Okay.
With an 18, though, the one thing you notice that is gone, there's no money on this body.
Oh, it must have evaporated.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, what happened to this guy's money?
Huh?
We were told in town he had a whole bunch of cash on him.
They're all the guards all start looking at each other like, what? What are you talking
I
about?
want to look at their facial reactions.
Give me a round of insights.
Nope. Hey.
Nope.
Which one of those motherfuckers stole the money?
Oh, god damn it! You got a natural 20.
With the 17.
All right.
Casano with the nat 20. Okay.
Son of a bitch. All right. The big guy is looking kind of like, what? What money? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about no money. Do you guys? What? No.
Well, considering you were sent here to make sure the money didn't disappear, I'd say you should know something about the money. And I'm gonna manifest. I'm gonna manifest my glaive with an intimidation check.
Okay, give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah.
there.
Oh, that's much better.
30-20. All right.
I would have used inspiration on that if I had to.
Well. Yes, indeed, little bubble bear. Yes, natural causes does include getting ripped apart by a giant creature in my game world. That is true. Them's the facts. These guys. You calling me a liar?
Yeah.
I think he is.
Okay. Still don't know where that money is, and he says with a smirk, "Must have just disappeared," like he said, just evaporated off into the wilderness. The other two guys are sweating a little bit. And he's like, "Right, boys? Yeah. Yeah, must have just evaporated."
I'll look over at the guy that escorted us up here and be like, "So remember earlier when you were talking about people in a group vouching for each other?"
And he looks at his buddies and looks at you and looks at his buddies and looks at you. And give me an insight check. Right, gents, right. I don't know. Something must have happened. Must have just disappeared into thin air because none of these gentlemen is all beyond reproach. Their integrity is top notch. What? Yeah, you don't have to raise your fucking hand.
Oh, okay. Can we get to the part that's interesting?
And what part would that be, my friend?
I'm gonna sucker punch him at that as a response to that.
No!
Shit. Okay.
What is the part that's interesting? Sucker punch.
Oh,
Which is gonna be like, I'm so short. I'm like 5'5". I gotta jump to punch this guy in the jaw.
Oh. How are you guys playing for keeps here tonight, or are we?
I'm just gonna knock some people out. We're
My
gonna
rabid
take the
cat
money
on his face.
and put it back. Yeah.
All right, roll an attack with advantage for surprise.
All right, that's fun. Where is my?
Yes,
there we go.
Jenny, this is why. It's like
23.
Yep, roll damage.
5.
Okay. And you're not raging. You're not. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna say that you deck him, and just based on the surprise, he hits the ground. And
jingle, 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 change falls all over the floor.
well, considering I just rolled a 6 on my deck save, yes, that's exactly what happens. There's coinage just kind of comes splaying out all over him. Lots of what looks to be a significant amount of platinum and gold. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
look.
like a corrupt pinata.
Oh, look, we found it. There's the money.
Oh, it evaporated, and here it is, condensation. See, because you condescend me, and I'm gonna knock you out.
All right, take inspiration for that, Seth. That was too brilliant. All right, that paid off.
Well, I guess, he said he didn't have any money, so if he didn't have it, it ain't his. So clearly,
This is facts. Okay.
we should count how much this is, and maybe donate to the church, for good, so the church can do some good.
You know what they say, that crime just doesn't make sense.
Yo, killing me. All right. So, yeah, you.
That's how they all died.
Yep. Okay.
I go into
So-
my shell as my action. From the rocks.
Amazing. Well, I will tell you this, Nate. With your, you make that smart-ass comment as you're actually starting to trace the footprints, and the wolf tracks actually, or the gigantic animalistic paw prints in the ground, start heading back towards the village.
Okay, I'll alert everyone and say we should probably follow these to find out who killed this guy. And we'll leave the cops behind.
It sounds good.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I just wanted
Did
to
we collect
real
up
quick,
that change?
Of course.
All right.
Wait, I just wanted to make sure
Just
real quick with the
making
knife,
sure.
the bloody knife, that it does it match like about the same size as the stab wounds, or is it
Give
like
me an investigation on that.
oh, okay.
As
Take that too.
I'm gonna guidance myself on that. Okay. For a total
Okay.
of
I'm also looking at it.
Yeah, I would say that between the three of you examining this knife, it's very clear that this was the kidney shanker in question that took out the guy outside the tavern.
okay.
Okay, at least that tracks.
Yeah.
There's one mystery solved.
Yep.
And is there any way to check if makes sense if it looks like it actually had been in his hand versus like planted there?
He's got the right kind of scabbard on his belt for it that is currently unoccupied. And knowing this guy, you know that this guy was a sticky-fingered bastard. Just like what you knew about him and his reputation, this guy was a thief.
Gotcha.
So what you can piece together, more than likely, is that whatever tavern brawl started... Oh, by the way, as you are coming out, the guard that was escorting you mentions that it was basically a bar fight that got started. Somebody said something to somebody else. Somebody responded. Next thing you know, there's chairs being cracked over people's heads. Next thing you know, tables are getting flipped, and Bolo just starts knocking people outside with his giant warhammer. He just starts like whacking them out the door. And this guy was one of the first ones out.
Pineapple and ham on a pizza?
No, apparently somebody there was a rather loud and boisterous individual with long blonde hair and a horned helm talking some shit to a gnome, and the gnome basically told him off, and then proceeded to try to assault said gnome, and his 8.5 foot tall Goliath buddy came screaming across the tavern with a battle axe in defense of his friend, and all hell broke loose. Because in going and defending his buddy, he managed to knock a whole bunch of people into each other, knock a few tables over, and two raging barbarians raging in a bar fight in the middle of the tavern got everybody thrown out. So, yeah, and the idea that somebody would use this as cover to shank somebody else. They also mentioned that the guy who was stabbed to death was a big spender at the bar that night and clearly had recovered some money from the Barrows in a delve earlier in the day. So
I guess the high roller finally got what was coming to him.
Essentially. Yep. So
high roller got rolled.
Indeed. And then the roller. And then the person who rolled him got rolled as well. An instrument of karma, as it were. Give me Nate, give me another survival check. Holy shit. Okay. So yeah, this actually takes you back to town, and you do see clearly when the paw prints clearly turn back into humanoid footprints.
Okay, so we found a werewolf.
That seems unambiguous.
Or someone wants to believe there's a werewolf, and then they got big wolf slippers that they have on their feet, and then it's a whole big ruse, and I don't know why anyone would do that.
It's a very complicated connection.
Never mind. But it's
especially if it doesn't look like the guy was killed with a weapon or humanoid hands. How many humanoid creatures have?
How big are the footprints? Are they gnome-sized or human-sized?
Yeah, how big are these?
But they also do not have turtle footprints.
This, oh shit! You know what? Give me an Arcana check.
Oh. Me?
Yes.
I'm really good at the magic stuff.
Very, very clear. Yeah. You know what? They I should say that they don't actually become humanoid. They are the shape just generally changes. The number of claws decreases, and the shape seems to go from lupine to you're not sure actually with a 1. Yeah. But yeah, it's like the shape and the profile changes, but to something that's not humanoid, because I forgot about that one crucial aspect about this individual.
Is he looking over? We seen him looking at the thing. Any of us?
Yeah, basically, you see Duke standing over the tracks, and he stops and comes up short, and is like, "What the hell?" Because the shape and the profile of them have changed. Yeah, like randomly and not quite instantly, but pretty quickly. Yeah.
Is it the worst possible? Is it the worst possible outcome of Werewolverine?
Are they bigger or smaller when they changed?
Smaller, but I should say narrower. Yeah. Tony, with the 21 Arcana, you actually it looks almost lizard-like, maybe even draconic.
Okay. This is strange. I relay that, to the theme. Is there any Dragonborn in town, or any, I put how different are our footprints to like the yours look quite different, right? They're more, ours are more like circular. Right? People aren't gonna confuse.
No.
Okay, good. People
are not going to confuse turtle prints to lizard folk or draconic prints. So, but I will tell you this: you also know that there are tribes of lizard folk in the area, and there are a number of dragonborn in town. None of them natively from around here, but people come and go frequently. There are mercenaries that come through all the time, adventurers that come through all the time. Just based on your knowledge of this campaign. There's about a dozen, or half a dozen, I should say, between half a dozen to a dozen Dragonborn player characters in this campaign at any given time. So other adventurers.
And I'm trying to remember, would I know whether anyone who's who can shift, etc. Whether like if they got any tells, or not, like get touched by Silva or any sort of thing like that. Like when they're not shifted?
I would say that, silver could harm a lycanthrope even if they're not shifted. Yeah.
Right, but I mean, like you brush up against somebody with some silver, like it's different than a normal person?
They would actually have to get hurt by it. It would have to be enough to wound them. Yeah. So, yep. All right, so you start heading back. Do you continue following the tracks?
Yes.
Okay. You get back into town, and even more chaos as there is another shredded body discovered behind the headquarters of the Black Company. This one is a large blonde figure, and there was a horned helmet. Yeah. And it looks like he'd actually been in a fight earlier, and now he looks like he's been not just ripped apart, but also give me a round of investigations.
Is he dead?
Very much so.
18. I'm paying attention for once.
Yeah. Frankie, Tony, Junie, yeah, you guys find that this guy is not just looking to be ripped apart by claws, but also you find in what looks to be fire. It looks like he was burned partially. Junie, you actually recognize this immediately as the after effect of a firebolt spell or multiple firebolt spells.
Guys, this guy was firebolted, like to death. Or wait, was it? Is he ripped up the way the other guy was?
Yes, he does have have similar wounds. He was not. It does not look like those wounds were the fatal ones. It looks like that the spell was probably the fatal blow.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So he was firebolted to death, not ripped to death. He was just.
I go down next to him. I take off my glasses and I say, "It looks like he got burned." We got to investigate this.
Yeah.
Well-
Is it so? So the how old do the slash wounds look?
Pretty fresh. Probably like you get the impression that
Like if I had a long rest, I could bring him back to life.
no, not that fresh. He's been dead for well beyond a minute. Probably close to an hour. And it took you about an hour to get out to the body and about an hour to get back. So, about 30 minutes to get to the other body and 30 minutes to get back. So something must have happened like pretty soon after you all left. Yeah.
Follow the tracks more.
At this point, you're back in the village, and the tracks are not gonna be traceable because you're in an area where everybody's got footprints and they're all treading all over each other. So the likelihood of being able to find actionable footprints here for your particular target, your quarry, unlikely. So
should we get some rest and have some morning zaz? Make sure Bolos is all taken care of.
Yeah, we should definitely get some sleep, and I'm sure everyone from Bolos who was involved in that fight is passed out or asleep by now. So it might be good to talk to them when they're fresh.
Yeah, but if we got some kind of weird something or other, and it's all going down here with the full moon, at least a couple of us should probably stay up and then maybe take a little nap during the sun when it is less of a threat, and then perhaps thereafter we can all reconvene once we are all rested.
Well, we could remain vigilant till sunup, and then take a. No. I don't know.
all right.
We can go talk to Bolo, start doing some mending spells in there while wait until he see what's going on.
I want to find this gnome. Because this gnome was fighting with this guy before everything started.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
That's true.
All right. Well, but you guys want to head into the tavern first? That's where you guys want to go?
Yeah, if that's where everyone was started, maybe they're still there.
You maybe
Okay.
didn't know.
Yeah, the crowds have mostly dispersed at this point. There are guards around the bodies. The bodies are, and actually at this point, the Church of St. Yig, members of the clergy have been awoken, and they're taking care of the bodies. The one in front of the tavern has already been taken away for, basically processing and burial. And you actually give me Miggy, give me a perception check. 19. Okay. You see him before he sees you, but you actually see Gamdar, and specifically you notice the white tabard of with the red cross of Saint Yig as Gamdar, the half-orc cleric, a member of your order, is just getting ready to depart the village, looking like he's about to head off and examine the body that you found in the wilderness. And Sella and Othar, brother Othar and sister Sella, are both. You can actually see them bringing the first victim back to the back end of the church, where you know that there's some funerary stuff ready to happen. They'll be ready to process the body and get everything ready for a proper disposal, burial. You know that most people here, they mostly just wind up getting cremated and their ashes spread someplace if there's ever a body to be found, because no one here ever really gets claimed. But you see Gamdar, and you see Gamdar notice you. And Gamdar approaches. I'll give you one action if you want to do anything, or one round before he gets to.
Nope. I'm just going to wait for him to come up.
Brother Miguel.
Brother Gamdar. Have you come to threaten my family again?
No, not. I won't have the pleasure of that this time. We have work to do. We've
already been out to investigate the other body. We found another.
Where?
On the way back, we were following the trail, and we found one more of these black company mercenaries, killed by the mixture of bestial tearing apart and of sorcery.
Actually, out of game, that guy wasn't a member of Black Company. With the horned helmet, he was someone who you recognized that seemed to travel in with a pack of northern berserkers. So furs, horned helmets. So you think Wolfgar, and this guy. No, I am not here to investigate the death. We are here to put the bodies to rest for eternity, so that we do not have to fear them rising as the ungodly. And I need your service here.
Lead on.
Very well. So Gamdar escorts Miggy off. The rest of you guys want to go into the tavern?
Yep.
Yeah, do we see Bolo anywhere around?
Yeah, you actually do see Bolo inside. You see his warhammer is not on the wall currently. It's currently sitting on top of the bar. It looks like it's got some fresh dents in it. Or it looks like it dealt out a few fresh dents. The bar, there's tables busted everywhere. There's chairs busted everywhere. He's just looking around. He's like, oh, God damn it. Just he's exhausted. He looks just mentally spent. He's just kind of like got a broom and he's trying to sweep stuff up. He's got broken chairs off in one pile. He's got broken tables off in another. The floor is kind of open. You do see, it's covered in sticky dried beer and dried wine. And, that's actually probably a blood stain, not just red wine. Like there's a lot of body, or, like a lot of evidence of violence in here. Evening, friends. Morning at this point. I think the last meal is going to be a little late this morning.
So what happened in here?
Bar fight.
Somebody talks. I'm just going to start mending the chairs. I'm going to start casting men, fixing up his chairs in the corner.
Oh, Tony, thank you.
Oh, of course.
That's a tremendous help.
Yeah.
It takes you about a good 30, 40 minutes or so, but you do manage to get all the tables and chairs mended and intact. And he's just like, here I thought I was going to have to order a whole new set. Be weeks, to come in. So, grateful for that.
The Tony's will take care of you.
Well, I'm gonna make sure. I'll give you guys some extras off for breakfast this morning. This one's on me. So,
you hear that, Frankie?
Man, I didn't have to do nothing for that. Thanks, Bolo and Cooley, because you know doing stuff.
Yeah, Merida will be up in a little bit. I sent Ygritte to bed because she's she was up way too late and is very tired. Merida will be up with the morning shift, and so will Tacy. I called her in this morning too, mostly to help with cleanup. But I guess now we can let her, just handle everybody else coming in to visit. So, yeah, you know my rules. Take it outside, and they didn't take it outside, and I don't know what happened to any of them. So,
well, some did.
Was anyone in the fight using like firebolts or sorcery?
Well, it's funny you should mention that. The short one, the little gnome that the big guy was picking on, little gnome clearly could use some magic because he tried to cast a duplicate of himself as a distraction right at the top of the fight, and it didn't work. So.
Okay, interesting. Otherwise it was all like fisticuffs and weapons.
Oh no, the big guy tried using his axe right out the gate, and that got his that got the little guy's Goliath friend really pissed off, and that's when the fit really hit the shan. You know, that's when I had to drag Bertha off the wall here and start escorting people out with force, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the big blonde guy with the horned helmet that was messing with the gnome?
Yeah, he started it. It was very clear.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Where's the gnome staying?
What? Where is he staying?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I don't know.
Ah.
So what? Why do you ask?
Well, it seems like somebody's traveling with a werewolf, and just kind of following the clues. It seems like this gnome guy is kind of at the center of stuff. And Wandy, we found, scorched to death with flame bolts outside town. And you got the first dead body outside of that one. You got the Yukin dead outside. And then you got clearly the guy who killed him torn apart by a friggin' werewolf outside of town. And then we tracked him on in. And then we find Blondie blasted with flame bolts. And, seems like who's this gnome traveling with? What's this group?
You know, I don't know.
Do you know how many people were in this group? Or
Well, like I said, he had a Goliath friend.
Gotcha. That's not all that common.
Yeah, the Goliath I think was named Tank, Tenk.
Think.
Yeah.
I make a note.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't know anything about these guys.
Seems like he'd be hard to miss in town.
Yeah.
Well, make around insight checks. Yeah. All right, Frankie with a 25. Frankie, you get the feeling that Bolo knows a lot more than what he's talking about, but yeah, you know, you get there's just something in the tone of his voice that he's just like it's very much like none of his business.
Hey, but let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we got the whole town. They're kind of on alert because somebody's transforming in this stuff. We're trying to chase down some leads here. A lot of people are in danger, right? We got the Blackguard out there. They're disrespecting us. They're stealing from people. They're taking advantage of the situation. And right now, what that means is less customers for you and more fear for everybody else. Now, I think you should know from all the time we've been here that you can trust us with any information that you got. And I know, it's none of your business. But I'm telling you, why don't you make it ours?
My pappy always had an old saying, and that you don't borrow trouble.
I'm not asking you to borrow trouble. I'm asking you to give it away.
No, that's the advice I'm giving you. Don't borrow trouble.
Oh, I want to borrow it. I want to take it. I want to purchase it. I want to hold it in my hands.
We got
We have
some
no
money if
intention
you
of
need us to
incurring this
buy it.
trouble.
We don't want to borrow it. We got money. We can afford it.
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't know nothing about no werewolf, but the gnome is named Derek.
Okay, how much is that going to be? We didn't really negotiate or nothing.
That one's yeah. Bolo just kind of looks at you, Miggy, and just kind of gives you like a. That one's on the house.
All right, Derek the Gnome. Where can we find Derek the Gnome?
Well,
Right next to David.
I mean, there's only one place where they could be. Or there's only one place to stay in town, and you're standing in it.
All right. What room is he in? Don't worry. You
That
can tell
I-
us.
Now that I don't know.
You
I saw everything spill outside, and I helped. I should say I pushed everything outside, and I haven't seen him come back since, or his Goliath buddy.
All All right. So presumably, he is not in his room. What he rented. So, which room is unoccupied at this current time?
That I don't know. Whole bunch of people came and went, and we're talking about waking up a bunch of people and going into the shared dormitories upstairs.
Was this gnome and Goliath by any chance? Were they traveling with any sort of like dragonborn or like lizard folk or?
Well, funny you should mention it. Yeah, they had I saw them drinking with a black dragonborn earlier.
Interesting.
Okay, and you know this town really good, right? You're like from here.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've lived here a very, very long time.
Okay. And if you were gonna hide out and not stay in your inn, like where would you hide out?
I mean, there's plenty of places. There's the swamp. There's the Shrine to Hearn. There's all kinds of places to be. But who knows where anybody could have gone off at this point.
Oh, Luke. Oh.
Well, we have to consider that there's
Nate,
a lot of areas around that.
You got to drop that one, and you actually got to say it. So
I have to say it? What?
Yeah.
I was just saying, I think this werewolf is gnoming at the mouth.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, hey, guys, go
Guys, I
on,
think
Drew.
we have to consider that there's not a lot of places outside of town that are safe to just hang out in at night, even if you're with a werewolf. Like,
I mean, that's true.
there's a lot of undead.
We should
And
check the
stuff.
hayloft and stuff.
Yeah, that actually is probably a better place.
You know,
like
we
someone's
really need
farm
a
or
nap.
something.
We should go like do.
You know what we should do? We should-
Actually, Miggy, you're not there right now because you're on your way back out to.
I'm not there. Not
Yeah.
sorry. You're right.
Yeah.
You know what we
We'll
should do? We should have a long rest, and then in the morning we should talk to some of the shopkeepers, because if they're adventuring, they've done some business. If they're delving the Barrows, they've done some business, I'm sure.
Sounds about right. I mean, hey, all
It is
I
the
know
most
is
parties of people are here to do.
if we got potentially, Derek the gnome and a friggin' werewolf and a Goliath. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm a little bit tapped out in terms of tangoing. So if we find them, that might not be good for us.
Yeah, my dance card for the evening is pretty much full.
Just saying. Like, what do you think, Frankie?
I think this is a good idea. But I should stay up and make sure that, because we are investigating this thing, we're going to have some people who are not so happy that this trouble has come into our possession. And therefore, they might want to try and do something about it. So it makes sense to me if I still stay up while everybody else goes and takes a little nap. And then when everyone wakes up and everyone else is all replenished and whatnot, then I will take myself a little nap.
Yeah, and Tiny Tony can sit up with you. You guys can play cards or something, but make sure they're lightweight cards.
Oh, is
That's
he
one of the
has
heavy
he been
ones.
practicing? Because I'll tell you right now,
Yeah.
I really cleaned him out last time.
He does. He is.
It was excellent.
All right. Let's go ahead and shift it over. You're in like pre-dawn light at this point, Anton. The moon is setting. Welcome, Krampus. Thank you for joining us on Reddit this evening. Appreciate having you here. Everything is kind of getting quiet, and it almost seems like the darkest part of the night as you and Brother Gamdar walk in the woods, retracing the steps that you just took. He's quiet. He's very quiet, and Miguel, and he seems to kind of regard you quietly. Give me a perception check real quick. Holy shit. Okay. With a 23 perception, as you walk, you hear the faint clank of coin coming from his belt. That's not normally a thing that he has on him. But you do see a pouch that seems to be swelling with jangling coin. Hey, you're muted.
Came into some money, brother.
Hmm?
You have a heavy laden pouch on your belt.
Well, I was in the middle of processing the day's donations when the calls for help went out. Because as you know, it is my night for watch.
Can I insight that?
Absolutely. Oh my god. A 23 insight, and I also, yeah, you know that he's not exactly telling the full truth on that.
You don't have to lie to me, brother. I saw you on the trail earlier in the evening. Your business is your own. Just tell me, are you a part of these murders? If not, I don't need any specifics.
He stops. And were you in the back of the rectory tonight?
I
And
was.
did you leave 10 platinum on the ground?
I did.
Why?
I needed something from the rectory.
And you couldn't ask.
No,
You
I
couldn't. Why not?
I couldn't risk the chance that the local priest would say no. Because I had to do the right thing, and sometimes he is blind to what the right thing may be.
Then this is your money. And he takes the belt off, or he takes the pouch off his belt and says, "If whatever you took, if it was for the good of Saint Dieg, then you need not pay for it, brother. Your oath is enough."
I take it back and thank him.
And to answer your question, no. I had nothing to do with these murders.
And do I believe him?
Give me an insight check.
All right.
Holy shit, dude. 24?
Even without guidance.
Even without guidance. 24 insight. Yes, you believe you know that he is telling the truth.
I believe
You asked a very specific question and he answered it very specifically. And you know that he is telling the truth.
I believe you, brother. I'm sorry that there's hard feelings between us. But I believe you're innocent of any of this.
May I ask what you have been causing Brother Othar much concern lately, brother? What is it that have caused you to behave so strangely to make our leader question your oath to the order? There is something going on between you and the wizard and your brethren.
It was a problem with bodies and spirits possessing wrong bodies, and it was resolved. And I was right. They were not undead. They were souls trapped in corpses. And the distinction seems minuscule, but there's a difference.
Interesting.
And there was an experiment, and I was right.
And is all right with the world?
All is right with the world. And if I had destroyed them, then we'd have just sent more people to their graves who did not need to go.
Yig be praised.
Thank you, brother. Yig be praised.
Well, let us get about this messy business here, and if anyone asks, you came in an hour of need, and I provided. And then that shall be the end of it.
Excellent. We'll speak no more of it.
Indeed. We move on.
Yeah, it's totally code switching.
Yep.
Oh, I noticed that. Damn, Mikey.
Oh my gosh. So many folks. Brody, what are you doing up so late, buddy? So sorry, I didn't see the chat window going, but I got... Oh, man. That's my nephew right there, Brody, watching us this evening. Good to see you, bud.
Brody.
Oh, yeah, I hope I didn't miss you. Man, it's been over an hour. No, but only a couple of minutes. Hold on. Yeah.
There we are.
Sorry, I'm looking at the timestamps. Okay, yeah. Dude, it's 11:30 at night. You got to go to bed. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad to have you on this evening. Name OK4230. We are playing some Dungeons and Dragons this evening. Check out secretsofthebarrowmaze.com for more information about this campaign and how you can play as well. Anyhow, where were we? Yes. You carry on, you process the body, and you bring it back to rest, back in the church. And you are done. It's probably about an hour after sunrise. By the time you get back to the tavern exhausted, you go up to your shared room, and Frankie is the only one up. Everyone else is still asleep, but Frankie is pacing about, muttering to himself, thinking of conspiracy theories about what could be going on.
So many different things. And I could have been playing cards here. Now I gotta walk around and find these guys.
Okay, so we've eliminated one person. It is not brother the Orcish priest, the assistant priest. It's not him.
Gamda?
Gamdar, yeah. It's not him. I looked him right in the eyes, and he couldn't lie, and he said it wasn't him. And he gave me back my 10 platinum. Now that was really nice of him.
Well, that was good. We should still probably donate those coins that we got off the dead body, because that's kind of blood money. So unless there's like an orphanage around, probably shouldn't hang on to that.
No, maybe we should use it to start an orphanage.
Oh, that's a good point. Are there kids around here? Actually, I haven't seen them.
There are no children around here. Anything that looks like a child is probably a halfling.
You know what? We probably hold on to that until we find a nice orphanage, and then when we donate that.
Plus, you don't want to hear a lot of people go and talking to you about, I want to start an orphanage. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's a little bit,
I'm not in this scene. Why am I talking? Sorry.
No, I came up to you, actually.
Frankie, you're there. Everybody else is unconscious. It's just the two of you right now.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We got one person eliminated. And I'm tired. I need to sleep. Shit.
Yeah. Go on upstairs. I'm gonna sit down and play some cards with Townie, and I was just waiting for you.
Yeah. Let's play some cards. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, yeah. Let me tell you a little something about Pinochle, okay?
Okay, Frankie, but don't cheat this time. It's not fair. Okay. Oh, sorry.
What? You cheating? What?
No. See, that's why we're playing Pinochle. You just don't understand the rules. It's not cheating. You just don't understand. That's all.
What? No, I wrote the book on how to play this game. You're a filthy liar.
Oh, you call me a liar now? You want to throw hands?
What?
'Cause I got claws. It's a whole thing.
I don't want to play anymore. Okay, so Tiny Tony is, he's like, I'm gonna go to bed, and he starts heading back up and winds up falling asleep on top of Tony.
You outsmart one guy, and all of a sudden he doesn't want to play cards no more. Where's this world coming to?
Well, actually, and Frankie, if you're staying downstairs, you notice that you and Tiny Tony had kind of set up at one of the repaired tables, and Bolo kind of shifts gears from cleaning up to putting out the traditional last meal every morning, and folks are starting to come downstairs to get food. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, other one there. Investor. 16, not too bad.
Yeah, no gnome, no black dragonborn, no Goliath.
None of these guys. Come on. Hey, you.
There is a. Actually, hold on a second. Okay. Hold on. Let's do a D100. Because if you're just gonna do "Hey you," you know.
Good, you know what I'm doing.
30. Okay. You see what looks to be a rather a woman with long black hair, kind of olive skin, big brown eyes. She's in a very functional corset, saber at her side. She's got a bandana wrapped in her hair, and her long hair cascades down her back. It's almost vaguely piratey. She's got the knee-high boots and pouches, and she has a pack on her back. And she says, "Yes."
Yeah, you know Derek?
No, I do not know a Derek.
No? Hey, you!
Okay, this time you get the attention of a tiefling. What? Purple skin in a black robe. What's up? What's that?
You know Derek. That's a nice robe, by the way. It's nice.
Thank you. I do not know a Derek.
Oh, all right. Hey,
who is this Derek?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hey!
Are you just keeping asking around? At one point, Tacy comes in. She's short, buxom. She's got brown hair down to about her shoulders, big green eyes. She says, Frankie.
Yeah.
You're kind of disturbing everyone as they're trying to have their last meal before going off. How about this? If we see Derek or any of his companions return, how about we just let you know? Would that be okay?
No, I mean, that's good. But, like, these guys got to know Derek. One of these guys got to know Derek, right? Like, if the fact that anybody even knows his name, like, somebody's got to know. No, because he was talking. He was giving out his name, you know?
Perhaps, but who knows if he didn't give out his name. He gave it to Bolo when he checked in, but I don't think that they've interacted much with the folks around here.
See, that's the thing that's crazy. You know, Bolo was telling me, like, I don't know who's in what room, and I don't know where anybody's sleeping. And I'm like, did you check?
Yes,
did you, like, write it down in a registry?
She puts her hand up, and she's like, he gets like that when he thinks that it's best not to get involved in a situation.
Well, hey, I'm already involved in the situation. I stayed up all night. I'm trying to talk to people. I was talking to her. I was talking to Rope Guy. And, trying to just talk to a little bunch of people. And now you and I having this conversation. You know what would make both our lives so much easier? If you could tell me where it was that Derek was staying. See, because then I could look, and then I wouldn't be disturbing no patrons no more. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he was staying here, but he's not here now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. See,
I think Bolo told you that.
Yeah, but he had some kind of a room, right? So he must have stayed somewhere. Might be some clues about where he was. I mean, he left rather unexpectedly. He may still have some stuff up there that might give some clues to his whereabouts or something like that.
Perhaps. And I believe they were up in one of the dormitory rooms. You could take a look around.
All right, yeah. Which one? I mean, you got to be able to see that register, right?
Give me a persuasion check.
Well known for my persuasion. The charisma of Frankie. Here we go. Got to use that inspiration right now. Even better. 11. That's all I got.
I'm really not supposed to.
No, I know, but look. I mean, otherwise I'm just going to have to ask everybody, you know?
You're going to have to what?
I'm just going to have to ask everybody. It would make it so much easier.
God, re-roll it with advantage.
Jeez, criminy.
Well, my roll sucked worse, so you know what? Fine. Just leave everybody alone. Bolo's in the back making, like getting the Zaz out. Oh, by the way, we discovered something new. If you fold the za in half, you could cook it even hotter, and it gets really good.
That's
Think
interesting.
they're calling it a zone as opposed to a za.
Like a whole zone
Yeah,
in the peat
like a Pete zone. Yeah.
zone. Okay. Yeah,
So-
yeah.
She goes and checks. The book, and she looks around, and she doesn't see Bolo. Bolo is, you can hear him in the back cursing at the oven like he usually does. Order up! You hear him calling, and she's like, "Okay, well, let me bring out this, and I'll look real quick." So she runs in the back, comes out, and she's got arms full of Zaz, and one folded over. She said, "This one's got rat in it. It's quite good, actually." And she puts it out, and you can see people already getting up and going and picking up the za from the slices of za from the bar, or from the buffet table. They go really quick. I'm gonna have to get more in a moment. But she goes behind the bar. She looks around. She pulls out the registry, and she looks at the names, and she says, "Okay, he checked in about 2 weeks ago, and he's paid through the actually, I think he's only paid through tomorrow. He's checked in with with two others, a dragonborn named Cage and a Goliath that just put an X for his name. I remember that the rather large individual that was with them. I just see the X here, and I remember when he checked in. That was, they just said that he didn't know how to write his own name.
You get a lock on the room?
They were up in one of the dormitories upstairs. I can bring you up there, but this is a public dormitory, so they were in a shared space with others. So we'll just have to be discreet.
Sure. I mean, look at me. I could be like some kind of a, yeah, watch this. I'm gonna take off my excellent hat. And I'm gonna say, look, see, I'm blending in now, right? It's a totally different disguise. Nobody will know.
Right. So she takes you upstairs, and goes up to one of the main dormitory doors, and you guys, she opens it up and says, "I'm not allowed in there because it's the men's dorm." And you can hear Bolo yelling downstairs, "Tacy! Tacy, I got more za here. Where'd you go, Tacy?" I have to get back down there.
Yeah. I'll take care of this. Don't you worry about a thing. Stacy,
Okay.
everybody likes you, and you've got a lot of friends.
That's very kind of you. I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, you go inside. There's still. Give me an investigation check or a perception check right out the gate.
Perception 25 with a nat 20.
You come inside. There is a human fighter, or a human in the middle of getting dressed. He's long, or short cropped black hair, almost in like a buzz cut, a goatee, narrow eyes. He's in leather pants and leather boots, and he's in the middle of putting on what looks to be a shirt over a muscled, scarred torso. And he just kind of nods at you and is like, "What's up?"
Hey, Josh, have you seen Derek?
Oh, the little guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the gnome, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean that's his bunk over there. He points to one that looks to be a small bunk, smaller than average size bed, but large for a gnome. That's his bunk over there. I saw him down in the bar last night, and then came up, and all of his stuff's gone.
No, weird. He came up here. He was grabbing all his stuff.
Well, I didn't see him grab all of his stuff, but he seems like all of his stuff's gone now, and I didn't see him or any of his buddies. I think his
guys, I feel like they're pranking me because they sent me up here to get this stuff, and if they took it all away, like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen him since last night, so who knows? Maybe he took his stuff and left.
You mind if I take a look around so I see if I can find this stuff? Because they insist that their stuff is all here.
All right, we'll take a look around, man. I ain't here to stop you. Just don't. I know he sleeps like a ton of bricks, but Brody back there is he's unconscious, so you don't want to. And at that point, you can actually hear what looks to be like a dwarf-shaped figure on a top bunk, just like sawing logs. He's still out. He had a long night. He lost the fight with the bottle, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Yeah.
So let's let him rest because he gets really pissy if you wake him up. So.
Yeah, discretion. That bottle's hitting him. It's fisting him all the way down until you out. That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at this thing. It'll be like, you do a good one, Josh. You take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too. All right, give me an investigation.
I gotta say, I'm very impressed that guy's name was Josh. I was just gonna try a shot in the dark. He seemed to respond to it.
Sometimes you just yes and. Okay, with the 14 investigation, the bed looks like it hasn't been slept in. It looks like it's been roughed up enough that somebody clearly was climbing around on it, looking for stuff. But you think that that they're all personal effects and all equipment and anything that doesn't belong to the house is gone.
Nothing here. What do these people do? They're packed up and ready to leave. That's not useful. I'm gonna turn some stuff over, check to see if they've got anything left over in their bunk, like cutting a hole and leaving some, flipping up the mattress and all that stuff.
All right. So yeah, you're gonna start cutting into the mattress.
No, not cutting into the mattress. I'm just flipping the mattress to see if it's been cut.
Oh, the mattress has not been cut. Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. So, yeah, you find that the place is the place has been cleaned out. At this point, your exhaustion levels are getting pretty high. You're on the verge of taking a level of exhaustion if you don't get some sleep.
I got one more thing I gotta do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk over to Brody in his bunk and I'm gonna slap him. I'm gonna be like, Brody,
hey!
Did you hear what Derek said about your mother?
Huh? What? Huh?
Did you hear what Derek said about your mother?
What? What did he say about my mother?
That she eats rocks. You gonna put up with that?
Well, that's actually kind of true.
You were telling me that's such an offensive stereotype. Did you buy into this?
It's not an offensive stereotype.
Jiminy, well, I mean, if
I'm 1/4 elemental on my mother's side.
Oh, that's very interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, well, if you talk to me more than just yelling my name and waking me up, you'd know these things.
Well, I was concerned about Derek over here going and insulting your honor. I found that to be kind of messed up.
I don't know who Derek is. Who are you talking about?
The little guy, the gnome.
Oh, he's friends with the Goliath?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Tank? Yeah, Tank. Yeah, where is he? Where'd you overhear him talking this mess?
Oh, this was earlier. It was earlier in the night. I've been looking for you this whole time.
Oh, is that why the blonde guy got, picked a fight with him?
Could be. I mean, he was being very insulting and, frankly, very insensitive in an offensive way.
Ugh. All right, well, I hope he got what was coming to him. I saw that the blonde guy just knocked the absolute shit out of him at one point.
Oh, yeah?
Pretty amazing. Yeah.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah. Now, which one am I talking to? Because I see 4 of you.
That makes sense. Hey, you know what would be really good for that?
What?
There is a new peak zone that is downstairs. It'll help you recuperate and whatnot. I'm going to go get some shut-eye. Brody, don't let people say bad things about your mother.
I appreciate that. I'll go down and check it out. Rose Gold Tree on Reddit says that she 1000% knows someone should do an investigation check on the seams of the mattress.
All right.
Little
birdie on my shoulder.
There you go.
Oops, intimidation is not what I was going for.
Now you try. You look at the mattress and you grab the mattress with both hands. And you go, listen here, you son of a bitch. All right. No. Yeah. Give me an investigation.
15.
15. All right. 15. Hold on one moment. Here we go, and okay. You know what you find? You actually find you cut it open, the mattress, or you find that the mattress actually looks like it's been repaired on a seam, and you pull it open ever so gently in your Frankie sort of way. You just rip the fucking thing open as you pull at the thread, and
Gently.
inside you find a piece of parchment.
Piece of parchment, eh? All right, what's it say?
You pull it out and you unfurl it, and it is a list of names.
All right, what kind of names we got out here?
Oh, son of a bitch! All right, you're gonna make me. All right.
Hey man, you had me discover a piece of parchment.
Yeah.
Right.
I
I
know.
just want to know what it says.
All right. All right. Hold on.
Got some of the dead guys on there.
You do not actually. Looking at it, you do not find the name of the dead gentleman.
While you're looking that up, do you mind if I run to the door really fast because my food showed up like 10 minutes ago?
Oh shit! Yeah, go. Actually, you know what? Let's go on ahead and take 10 right now. We'll take our bathroom break, and everybody freshen up your drinks. And by then, maybe I'll come up with who's on this list here. Okay? So I'll be right back.
Thank you, Ted.
Thanks.
Thank you, 10.
Bye.
What'd you get, Tony? Oh, Tony, I saying Tony. Talking to myself. What did you get, Frankie? Fellow Total Tony. What'd you
I
get?
got some express food straight from the panda, something that was very inoffensive, so that way when I could get it without consulting with my wife, and she would be not offended.
Gotcha. And by that I mean like Buddha's delight, like some tofu, some vegetables.
Just basically a bunch of Panda Express. So lots of chicken teriyaki and shrimp and
All right. Frankie, as you're looking at this piece of paper, well, first off, welcome back, everybody. Thank you all for sticking around with us. I do see we have a bunch of people watching tonight. We got some YouTubers. We got some folks watching on Twitch. And we still got people some hanging out with us on Reddit. Awesome. So glad to have you all here. So thank you all for joining us. Once again, this is Secrets of the Barrowmaze. This is a West Marches MegaDungeon campaign. You are watching the Turtle Tonys tonight as they play through. Let me see here. Pardon me. Got a lot of folks jumping in the chat here tonight, and glad to have people watching. So thank you all so much for joining us. Yes. Well, I think you could say that I'm winning. I'm definitely doing my best. I got a great table here. That's what makes me feel like I'm winning. Nate had to bail out, so he's got to watch the Only Murders finale with his wife. He promised some quality time tonight, so he's out. So Duke is going to sleep in. But I will tell you this, Seth, as Frankie examines the piece of paper that you found, you realize that there's 3 names on it, but the more you look at this, you're not normally good at legal documentation, but the 3 names that you see on it are Derek. Specifically, the full name of the character is Derek. Where the hell his Derek Corkscrew, Cage, and Tank. And you're trying to read the rest of this, and it looks to be kind of like legalese. But give me a insight check.
just writing the names down there. Insight check.
Yep, you have your list
21.
of names. And it's Cage with a K.
Okay.
Yep. You find that actually, as you're reading this, you're realizing it's not just a list of names. It actually is a deed. It says that the names listed here as follows, and it's the 3 names, are hereby owners of the property located at, and you see coordinates that lead off, or coordinates that lead somewhere, and directions to said plot of land. And it says that the bearer of the certificate, these 3 individuals, are the owners of this plot of land and all things on it. And the directions lead you into the swamp southbound.
Oh, they're in for a world of hurt, and also a confiscation of property.
I mean, maybe.
So, how long has it been since everybody went to sleep?
Probably about 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is this written in?
You're a barbarian. It's paper and it looks like ink.
Okay. Ink.
Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah. But you're a wild magic barbarian, right?
Sure. I can definitely sense if there's some kind of magic that's done.
Yeah, there is something weird about this. There is something weird about this, and you just feel it in your bones. You can't. Yeah, you can't just put your finger on it. But you sense something magical about this document. That is 100% true.
All right. Well, then let me go ahead and use my magical awareness to see if we can get anything more specific on that.
Okay. Hold on a second. Let me look that up real fast.
Oh, I can read it to you. As an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to.
I would say that this is very powerful pact magic. And if it had to come from a school, I would say it is enchantment.
That means almost nothing to me. Means plenty to me, Seth. It makes almost nothing to Frankie. I don't understand how any of this works. I just go blah, and then there's some magic.
Yeah.
On my behalf. All right, I gotta take this thing, and then I'm gonna go for a nap. Like this seems important.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm sorry. Where'd you say you were going?
I'm gonna go for a nap. It's only been 2 hours. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I know I'm getting pretty close to being straight up exhausted.
Yep. All right. Yeah, you go sack out in your room with everybody else. And do you guys all want to take a long rest?
Yes.
All right. You guys take a long rest, and your day passes pretty peacefully. You guys wake up early afternoon at this point.
DM, do we still have our necrotic damage still that we got to figure out on all that craziness? Just to
Yes, you
reset
do.
that?
Yes, you do.
You son of a something.
Well, what level of restoration can Miggy cast?
Miggy needs to use the spell slots before we long rest if he's got any left.
Yeah, Anton, you're muted.
I did not have any second level spell slots remaining before we long rested. I'm sorry, I needed them for the fight. Because I had to kill the demon with, guiding bolts. But I have 3 to burn right now. I remember Kassan is pretty messed up. I'm missing 3 total hit points. So I'm
who's got necrotic damage at this point that needs to be healed from previous and I love all the Evie nuts. Thank you for all the jokes in the chat. These are some classic Yo Mamas right here if anybody's following us on Twitch tonight. So thank you so much. We are which Twitch are you watching on? Are you on my channel or are you on hold on a sec. Yeah, you're actually following me on my personal channel. So nice. Thank you so much for chiming in. Some classics here. Your mama's so fat when she goes camping, the bears hide their food. I dig that. All right. Yeah, so yes, you, Anton, you now have your slots back. What y'all who do you want to heal first? Or who do you want to attempt to?
I think Kassan has the most.
Yeah, right? He's effectively a level 1 fighter at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, how many are you down, Kassan? I'm down 4. I think Frankie, you're down
a lot.
Junior, you been down any from necrotic?
I'm down 24.
Okay. All right. Well, you're getting all 3 then. All right.
I may be wrong, but I feel like I did not end up with necrotic damage.
No, you did not that.
No, you would know if I hit you with necrotic damage. Hey.
Okay, fair enough.
All
That's
right.
what she said.
Yep. Okay, so let me see. Roll me.
Not great.
Oh my God! No, dude.
I'm gonna. What?
I'm rolling it.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Don't. No. All right.
And just because I'm of life, I get my healing bonus added.
All right. Yeah. And what would that healing bonus be?
Hold on. I'm sorry. Of life, it's plus for. I think it's plus going to be +2 right here.
Okay.
Grants you additional spells when features life domain. Life domain. I get the bonus to. Let me just look at my healing spells. If I have a upcasted Cure Wounds, it is 2d8 plus my spellcasting modifier is +4, so that's going to be +2 for a second level spell.
Okay, +2.
Yeah.
And then you're going to cast it 3 times.
Yep.
So yeah, you know what? I'll give you the +6 and then an additional +6. So that's going to be 22 hit points back because the way I've got it set up is a D6 plus the level of the spell, and then plus your life. So that'll be 22 hit points back out of 24, Matt.
That is lovely news.
Yep.
And that's all my second level spell slots.
Yep. All right. Well, yeah, so you guys have this deed with directions to a plot of land located somewhere in the swamps. Oh, Johnny's got the Chuck Norris jokes now, and Anton, there's some thirsty fans for you in the chat this evening, man. This is quite the evening for us here tonight. So thank everybody for joining in. Appreciate having. We've even got upvotes on Reddit. Holy crap! Yeah. Anyhow, yeah. This right now is what do you guys want to do at this point? You have. I know that you talked about wanting to investigate the reasoning behind the necrotic damage changes. You also have directions to this plot of land in the swamps. We got about 45 minutes left in tonight's session, so I'm not going to suggest a Barrowmaze delve. But what do y'all want to do?
I think we should go to the spot. It seems like the only good lead.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
All right. I'm on board. I do have a personal bias against necrotic damage, though. That's almost took me out.
Unless the necrotic damage thing is like urgent. We need to.
How many necrotic damage did you get back?
I'm only down 2 right now, which is nice.
Oh,
yeah, but it
low.
seems like everything in the maze is doing that now, ever since a certain incident with a certain thing in a certain pit.
Oh, where'd Seth go? Speaking of certain things in a certain pit.
Everybody.
I will also say that Kassan, give me a wisdom check or a wisdom save. 14. You know it's not literally everything. It's just mostly magical undead.
Okay. Well, the magical undead have been empowered with necrotic nastiness.
All right. Well, in that case, if you guys want to start following the directions here, you recognize that this will probably take you about an hour's walk to get there based on the directions. Oh, I'd love to have a fan club. Thank you, Dumb Joey, and appreciate that. Been a minute since we've seen you. Thank you for joining us again tonight. Yeah, so give me a round of survival checks to navigate your way to this location. Holy shit, 22 right out the gate. All right. Hey, I love it. I love it. 17, 22, 18, 11, and 7. DC was 15. We have 3 successes, 2 failures, which means that you guys do have you guys do manage to navigate your way without getting lost. You depart early afternoon. It's about mid-afternoon when you get there. And nope, and nope. No random encounters. You reach out. You go out to the. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the chat here. I'm gonna turn my chat window off, guys, because I got to be able to tell this story without getting distracted too much. But it is nice to see so many active folks. And Anton, you might get some digits tonight, buddy.
And EB Nuts is looking to join the campaign. Greg, just out of curiosity, how does one get to play in
if people want to actually play Barrowmaze with us, you can go to www.secretsofthebarrowmaze.com and sign up to play right there. Matter of fact, bam, that's the web address. So anybody who's watching here, if you guys actually want to sign up and join the campaign, you too can be creating chaos for other players to stumble into, like my Wednesday group clearly has done for the Total Tonys here tonight. So yeah, good times. Now then, as I was saying, you go traipsing through the swamp. You're loud as usual. It's you guys, and the normal like deathly quiet of the swamp is pierced with bad New Jersey accents as you're all stumbling over each other, but you do manage to follow the directions specified in the deed. And as you get there, you're on a long path on relatively open swampland, and it kind of bears left at one point. The main path keeps going, but there's almost like a turn off a little bit, and it goes into a grove. And you come into this grove, this with an opening in the middle, and you look about, and there's a ring of trees and forests that kind of, swamp trees that go further back. But in this opening, probably say it's like about 150 feet, 200 feet each direction. It's a nice big square plot of land. Give me a round of perceptions real quick. 20. Yeah.
You got all those bad rolls out at the beginning.
Holy crap! You guys are all right. Yeah, making this.
Those are contagious.
Yep.
My eyes are dim. I cannot see.
Yep. You find a set of ruins, almost like a structure had been here, and it is now gone. That it looks like it could have been a house, actually large enough to even be a mansion, probably. But all you find left is the foundation and some stone walls. Yeah.
Admittedly, this seemed like a better idea when I found the hidden thing. Like I'm looking at it now, and I'm kind of feeling like, hey, this may not have been a good place for them to hide.
Yeah.
Well, they are not here when you get here. I will tell you that.
I'm gonna have Al Capone and Tiny Tony fly around, get a little height, see if they see anything.
Yeah, give me a round of perception checks.
Let's see
Oh, no.
Well, he gets advantage, so that's Owly. And let's see, what did Tiny Tony get for perception? +4.
Yeah, they're looking about.
Tiny Tony sees nothing.
Yeah, Tiny Tony doesn't see. He's looking about, and he's like, yeah. This looks like it used to be a house or something. Yeah.
And Al Capone got 20.
And Al Capone. Al Capone finds something.
Hey, Al, what are you finding?
Al Capone is swooping around and starts circling over a little area towards the eastern end of the lot from where you're standing. And he said, and you just feel in your head that that they're perceiving death.
Hey guys, Capone's seeing something nasty over there, like something not good. I think it's basically death.
What?
I don't know. That could mean
Like
some. I asked Ralph if it's something dead or like dead energy.
And Frankie, give me a wisdom save.
All right. Wisdom save. 21.
Yeah, as you hear this and you start heading towards that, you feel a surge of magic just go through you, like you have stepped inside of like a magical field or a magical aura within this area, and it feels just like almost like you're standing beneath an electrical tower. Like you just feel that kind of energy and power surging around you as you like step closer into the field.
It's magical awareness time then.
Yep. All right. Read it again just for everybody.
As an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to.
Okay. You sense a very, very strong, very large conjuration effect within the area.
All right, somebody's conjuring up a world of hurt somewhere over here. We gotta go and mess with this.
Yeah, sounds good. You good,
sounds
Julie?
Sounds
You good?
terrible. I
Yeah,
go.
well,
Let's do it to it.
we gotta refresh your slang. I know you. Yeah.
All right. So what are you guys doing precisely right now?
Well, we're gonna sneak over.
We're gonna move towards it in formation.
Okay, got it. You guys start
Hey,
heading.
something tried to attack my mind too. I kind of felt it.
You
I
did not.
resisted it. I'm very wise.
Yeah, you didn't actually feel an attack. You just became aware of walking into what is an active field of magic.
That's
Oh.
basically an attack for Frankie.
Well, God-
Yeah, that's
God-
true. Something exists that he doesn't like, and suddenly it's an attack on him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
Yeah. All right.
Forgot to say, as is standard Total Tony practice, as soon as we left town, I popped one of the protectors, so everyone has.
Oh, son of a bitch!
11
Everybody's got the
HP
extra.
right
Yeah. All right.
11 temporary HP.
Now I'm mad. I rolled so high and restoring so many of Matt's hit points. Well,
That's why we keep this on tap, because otherwise you would have killed us all.
as you go.
Sorry, go on.
No, sorry. As you go walking over across the field, it doesn't take you. You don't have to travel very far before you can actually see, off in the distance, or off towards the edge of the field, what looks to be a flock of birds around vultures, specifically around picking at something. And they seem to be very, very interested in it. And you can actually smell death and rot coming from over there, more so than just like the mold and rot of the swamp. Like you have that there's that very distinct pungent aroma of death itself coming from that direction.
I mean,
Gross.
we
Let's
go.
go poke it with a stick.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys gonna try and scare the birds off? Is that what I'm getting?
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey!
Give me an intimidation check with disadvantage.
Alt. There, I think I control. 17.
Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. It doesn't take much. I'm not even gonna roll it because they've got a -4, which means that with your 17, you're gonna beat their roll no matter what they get. It doesn't take much. You just kind of start running over there, and you start yelling and waving your hands, and the vultures all disperse. With the sounds of some griping as they go. And as you approach, you see what looks to be a shirtless figure on the ground. There's a hole in their chest. It looks like that the birds had been picking at their flesh and picking at what was inside the hole. You see like partially masticated organs. You also notice that the head is missing.
What size is his body? We looking at Derek?
No, this is a humanoid, probably human sized, like your adult human sized. So probably about like 5.5 feet tall if the head was still intact.
Dude, what is with these guys where they just go around and brutally murder a bunch of people? It seems like overkill, like literal overkill.
Give me are you investigating the body at this point?
Sure.
All right, give me a medicine check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this?
Yeah.
Oh,
19.
oh, okay, great.
Holy shit! Now we have CSI Helix at this point with a 19 and an 18. Miggy, you and Frankie and Tony, you're a little slow on the uptake here too. But Frankie, with what you notice, first off, the body seems like it was the chest, the hole in the chest seems to be like a burn. Okay, so like a hole was burned in this person's chest, like they were struck in the chest by some sort of fire. Miggy, what I'll tell you is that whatever happened to whatever hit them in the chest was a fatal blow. And Anthony, you notice that the neck is a clean cut. And this is even though that the body has been there clearly for quite a while. Junie, with a 7, you just notice that there's a dead guy here, and it looks like he's been here for a couple of days. Just the state of decay dictates that this body's been here for a few days now. So, yeah, that's what you discover. And also, I would say with a 19, Frankie, you're pretty sure that this was a human or possibly a half-elf. Just like the age of the body, the position, like the size of the body, it's a little bit stouter of a thicker of a body, not more substantial than an elf. Elf tend to be pretty waifish, and this one certainly is not. Younger and male, probably like early 20s.
Man, yeah. See, look at this. This guy came over here, blew fire like right on through his this guy's chest. He's like a human, a half elf or something. I don't know. I'm not really looking at the ears.
Well, you can't look at the ears because the head's gone.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I thought you just said he cut his head off. Does he got any tattoos, any bracelets, anything in his pockets that might say anything about who he is?
Nothing.
Any
Nothing really
Vietnam
identified.
letters?
This what you notice here is that this figure looks like this was a person that had been living in the swamp. Lean, muscular. You get the like filthy, and the corpse. The corpse now smells of death, but it was clearly probably an unwashed body. The hands show lots of dirt under the fingernails, and there's other evidence of the fact that this person lived a hard life. There's scars on the body consistent with living out in the wilderness. This is someone who had been surviving out there for a while. Yeah. So someone who has not, enjoyed the creature comforts that a village could provide. Yeah, this is someone who has been living off the land. And actually, give me actually, Junie, I'm going to say this. Give me an investigation check real quick. Yeah. All right.
I am so gimped on rolls tonight. I do not.
Yeah. My God. With a 4. All right. Yeah. With a 4, you're like, yep, he's dead, Jim. If anybody else wants to, what do you guys want to do at this point? Let me know.
I suppose I could use my inspiration, but it just seems kind of pointless at this point.
I'm watching the perimeter so nothing sneaks up on us.
Give me, Matt, give me a perception check then. Yeah, you're doing a great job. All right, cool.
Really good job.
You're confident that you guys are alone right now, and there's nothing out there waiting to get you. I have not parked the Tarrasque out back ready to jump on y'all.
Yeah. I start collecting sticks and logs around to make a fire, and go through start the ritual of the funeral rites.
Okay.
So it won't raise as an undead.
Anton, give me what is your passive investigation?
Mine is 2, so 8.
Okay, 8. Yeah, it's actually pretty convenient. They're already like a line of sticks, kind of braced on each other that you just start pulling apart. Frankie, Tony, Kassan, Junie, what are your passive investigations?
Passive investigation?
Yeah, passive investigation.
My passive investigation is 16.
11.
16. Tony, 16. You notice that it looks like that as Miggy starts pulling apart the sticks, he's pulling from what looks to be like the roof off of what looks to be a half-finished shelter, like almost like a lean-to.
Somebody was living here. Hey, Miggy, look at that.
or they were in the middle of getting set up. Yeah, it looks like that they were stopped, or it looks like that this construction effort was stopped in progress.
And pass on the information.
Okay, I stop and I look at it before, then is this super important? Is there anything there that, like, I look for clues, I guess?
Give me an investigation.
Oh man, Andy, you should have been doing that. Nope. I don't see anything.
Yeah, no, you're having a tough time getting this. All right, Tony, what are you looking for?
Just looking around for any more clues. If it's the guy, if there's any, we're here on something spooky. So see if see if there's anything hidden, anything scrolled away.
You find a pouch with what looks to be some dried roots, which looks to be like part of a like a little bit of fire starter. There's a dagger. Actually, pardon me. There's a sheath for a dagger on the figure's belt, but the sheath is empty at this point. A couple of coins, mostly just like mushrooms and herbs and other things that are edible, and what looks to be a squirrel corpse, or part of one. That was probably that's now rotting away, and it looks like that could have been like a light meal.
Possible dinner. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, and you find that kind of secured away in the finished corner of this. Oh
man, it's kind of crazy. You got this kind of weird magic going on here, and this guy gets whacked. What's he doing out here?
I'm trying to use some survival to see where the person who whacked him went next. Considering they took his head, gotta be some blood drips or something.
I mean, the ground is so wet and everything at this point. I mean, you can give it a shot because you're still in like swampy area. But give me a survival check with disadvantage to do that.
8. Too bad with that disadvantage. And a 21 on the other side.
Yeah, it's way too damp and way too whatever you're finding feels way too old to have any sort of luck with that. This corpse has been here clearly for a couple of days at least. So you don't think that you're going to have much luck making these tracks beyond this area.
Okay,
but the person was obviously killed here.
One interesting thing here, that this guy has been dead for a couple of days, So, like, Derek and Tank and Cade, these guys, they just went and messed around with people last night, right? But this guy, despite having a hole blown through him, he was dead for a couple of days. So I don't know if they like whacked this guy and then went back to the bar or what. Maybe somebody else killed him. But I think it's very suspicious that this person here has been dead for several days.
I wonder if could one of them become a werewolf from whatever magic, his strong magic he was feeling here. What are we thinking?
Give me an Arcana check on that. Tony, you don't know for sure.
Is that sort of thing possible?
You can't think of a conjuration effect that would do that.
Oh.
Yeah. So, by the way, I'm just now putting you guys all on the map here so you can see what's up. Let me find. Yeah. And I would say this. Seth, you feel the magic gets stronger the closer you get to the remains in the house, or the ruined foundation.
You know, I'm feeling a lot of like magical energies around this this foundation here. Maybe there's something underneath the foundation, or something that's been placed on top of it in order to prevent us from really being able to see what's here. Everything's feeling real weird. That's what I'm saying.
How would you dispel something like that, Frank? You got any idea?
I don't know. I don't know too much about this magic stuff. I just know that I can feel it. Like sometimes it courses through my veins, and sometimes over the course of my veins, it can emit it upon others.
Just rolling in at 16 to see if there's any idea of how we'd be able to disperse as the question was asked, in terms of thinking about that, how if there was a bunch of magic, what would take to disperse it?
It would take a very, very powerful dispel magic to even crack at this, but you haven't gotten a sense of what the aura is. You're only going off of what Frankie's telling you.
Let's see. I'm gonna check out this room for a second. Okay, there was nothing in that room.
Yeah. Yeah, Frankie, as you're around, give me an investigation check.
Oh, back to the bad rolls.
Back to the bad rolls. All right. Yeah. Tony, give me an investigation where you're standing right now.
Junie, stay with me.
Okay, you do see footprints on the ground, Tony. And actually, Frankie is walking over them right now. You see what looks to be Goliath tracks. You recognize the really big foot sizes. You also see faintly on the ground what looks to be much smaller footprints. And then also some rather clawed footprints. And these are all fresh and like the mud on the stone and everything here. And then also what looks to be some sort of hoof prints in the ground. And it looks like that the hoof prints go really deep and are really violent, as if something was charging and pounding their hooves into the ground. And you find evidence of like marks on the stone and stuff like that, consistent with something long and sharp.
Like two hoof prints, like something on two legs with hoof prints, or four?
No, four. You detect four hit, like a set of four.
Gotcha.
Like a centaur with a lance?
Not necessarily that big, but if you want, give me a nature or survival check, and I can try and give you a little bit more info.
Nope.
No, 8. Nope, not. Yeah, you think it's a centaur with a lance, Miggy.
Oh man.
Yeah, Tony,
Like
you think that this is consistent with some sort of large animal, probably something with a tusk.
Gotcha. So I relay that it's
that could be a centaur with a lance.
It's possible. It's a different type of tusk. So those guys was his, clearly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frankie, as you're walking the ruins, give me another wisdom check real quick.
Wisdom check, not wisdom save. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. 7.
You turn to your brother, and suddenly you notice that right where they're standing, they're gone. Everybody to leave the to go out of the room for a moment. So it's just me and Frankie.
Oh.
All right. Let me see here. Yeah, it's been fun, Frankie. Let me just take a look here real fast. Okay. You find yourself, you turn around to talk to your brother, and you feel just like a surge of electricity go through you. Suddenly, you aren't in the swamp. The heat of the sun is no longer beating down on you. You don't smell that fetid stench of death and rot. Instead, you feel wooden floorboards beneath your feet. You see a wall, and it's dark in here, but a little shaft of sunlight comes through what looks to be a window in the wall, and the window looks out into the swampland. But you are suddenly inside of a full building with a roof over, with a ceiling over your head, stairs that go upstairs, and doors on 3 sides here. One to the north, one to the east, one to the south, and a set of stairs to the west. You are, just located in like the central part of this house. You are all alone.
Hey! What's going on here? Hey, Dooley! Miggy! Where you guys at?
Give me another wisdom save.
Where in the 9 hells am I? 11. Man, I really used up those good rolls.
You, actually, the DC was 10. You blink,
Hey.
and suddenly you're looking back at Frankie. I mean, you're looking back at Tony.
Okay. Dooley.
Yep, everybody come on back, if you can hear me. I thought this was gonna, he got a good roll right out the gate, so that changed the plan here. But Tony, give me a perception check real quick. Yeah, you heard Frankie start to utter your name, and you turn and you see him looking at you, but his eyes are glazed over. And he's kind of frozen with his mouth hanging open. And he's kind of stopped there for a moment, frozen in time.
Okay. I do what Mama told Tony would say to do in a situation like this, and I walk over to him, I slap him, and I say,
Okay.
knock it off.
And he snaps out of it, and suddenly he's back looking at you.
Hey, Dooley,
You okay?
this is super weird. I was like here, but then I wasn't here. I was somewhere else with floorboards and like a ceiling and some stairs, and you were gone, and everybody else was gone, and nobody was responding to me. It was not cool.
Yeah, you suddenly went all like glazed eyed, and like it wasn't a good look. It wasn't cute. And I think, I mean, obviously this place is like, I don't know if it's cursed or just magic or what, but looked like it got its claws in you there for a second.
I didn't get any like flies flying in there, right? That's what Mama Sandy always said. She said, you leave your mouth hanging open like that, you're gonna catch flies.
Yeah, that's why I slapped you, and you got right back to it. You know, it's she's wise in that. You know, get you some sense back in it.
Hey, you slapped me?
It was a love tap.
Yeah, Kassan, Miguel, you both hear a distinct sound of flesh on flesh and a crack coming from inside the space. Oh, I just scared the shit out of one of my cats. Sorry, Miranda. Oh, she just took off with a shot with that. Yeah.
Well, I was over here drawing a hot turtle. Sorry, I got bored.
Okay. Yeah, Junie, you hear in the other room, you hear a crack and a snap out of it.
I'll poke my head around the corner, see what's going on.
I will also
Yeah.
poke my head around the corner and see what's
What's
going
all
on.
the grab assing going on?
Yeah.
You hear Frankie giving this description of seeing walls and stairs and shit.
Yeah, I think if Frankie was just saying he was seeing, I'm guessing what this place like was. His eyes went all glazed over, his mouth was all slack jawed, like he saw his heart's desire or something. I gave him a little love pat, and he came right on back.
Oh man, I really just want like a house with like wooden floors. Never really thought about that as being my heart's desire. But maybe that's what it is that I need. Is I need like an opportunity to settle down, to get out there. I'm trying to like put myself out.
I would say that's what I imagine. That's what the look. You look kind of dumb, a little bit stupid. Like you were just like a brain freeze, kind of. You were just like with
Like-
glazed over eyes.
Dumbfounded?
I got turned into Miggy.
Hey.
Oh.
Did something trigger it? Or are you just sensitive to something going on here?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm getting a lot of attention right now. People being very insulting, saying my mouth's hanging open, that I'm looking like Miggy.
I mean, we're all brothers.
That's true. We all look pretty similar.
Yeah, with the increased handsomeness.
Do we? Let's. Your hat's on perfect now.
Does this sound like anything I would know about?
How so?
Like, I don't know. Does it sound like a spell that I've heard of or something?
No.
No. Okay.
Frankie, give me a perception check. A delayed one.
17.
Okay, you are thinking back to what it is you saw, and you realize that as you were looking out that window, that wasn't the sun. That was because it's coming from the wrong direction. That was moonlight. Very, very bright moonlight, like what you saw last night.
All right, so check this out.
Yeah.
In this scenario that I found myself in moments ago, I was looking through the window and there was extremely bright moonlight, just like last night. You know, it was like so bright you feel like it's the sun. You know.
Like a full moon. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. I just thought that was weird.
Sound like magic to you, Johnny? Kind of sounds like magic to me.
Yeah, I mean, whatever it is, it's not normal to suddenly find yourself transported and outside of your body.
Yeah, but I mean also like full moon stuff, you know, like there's lots of...
Yeah, the moon is typically not out around here.
Frankie, give me one
Well,
more
and it was
perception
full
check.
last night, so it shouldn't be full now or tonight.
Okay, cool. You don't perceive anything. You don't recall anything else from.
I believe it.
From there. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a full moon last night, so it's definitely not something that was happening right now.
Lauren, give me a nature check.
Oh, par for the course.
All right.
6.
Man, June, you are not.
I perceive nature.
Yeah, you're talking about how much it was a full moon last night,
Yep.
and that's 100% correct. It was absolutely was a full moon last night.
Useless.
I mean, you're having pregnancy brain with the dice right now. That's like it's
Seriously.
channeling it for you. Oh, that's so brutal. I'm sorry, doll.
Fine, it's fine.
Anybody else want to take a crack at a nature check?
Sure.
I mean, I want to.
All right. Kassan, you know that phases of the moon last for a couple of days each. Tony, you know that last night was the first. Pardon me. That was the second night of the full moon last night.
Yeah. So I relate it. I mean, it could be yesterday, it could be tomorrow, could have been could be a couple
Last
different
month.
things.
Last
I mean,
year.
I didn't see the moon you saw. I'm not like
Yeah.
an astronomer in terms of like
Well-
measuring.
Actually, allow me to stand corrected here. The moon is at its fullest for one night, but you know that like last night was the full moon, and you know tonight is probably still going to be pretty damn full or pretty damn close to full, even if it's not completely full.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey, so Frank.
We go on, Miggy.
Well, I just I was just saying, you know, when you had you stepped in to live another life thingy
Yeah.
with the desire of a heart or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you saw like out a window, like which window?
It's that one right there.
Okay, and then the floors were like wood, so it's not these floors, or like is it? Was it like these floors?
Well, I mean, these floors are all sort of ruinated and whatnot, right?
Right.
So maybe these had stone floors, but maybe you had wood over the stone floors, in a
Okay.
crawl space situation.
Okay. So and then what else happened before you got slapped?
Well, I also saw some staircases, and
Okay. So where are the staircases?
well, they were in division or whatever.
Well, right, but so imagine that we were in the vision.
Oh
we're
yeah.
here, but we're in the vision. So like take us to the staircases where they would be.
You were talking so crazy right now. I absolutely understand what you're talking about. Yeah, I know.
Okay. Well, so if you were looking at the thing,
Sure.
right, the window, and then so then like close your eyes and imagine you're looking at the window again. Okay, do you see it?
Hold on, but what if it sends me back?
We'll slap you back out again. It'll be fine.
All right, Greg. So where would these staircases be in relation to where I am?
You are basically standing at where the foot of the stairs would be. They would extend up over this wall and kind of wrap around and up.
Okay, so they would be sort of over here, and it would like come up and around and like wrap around,
Oh, okay. So I go over there.
Yeah. Like right where I am. Yeah.
Okay, so then I climb up on top of this, and I look around up here and see if there's anything to see.
Give me an investigation.
Oh man, Anthony, I should have had you do this. I don't know.
Jeez.
Yeah, you're Jesus, a 1.
You
All
see
right.
anything up there?
Yeah, not a 1, but you're looking around, going like, yeah, no, there's no stairs here.
Yeah. So, but is there any evidence of an upper floor?
No, this looks to be pretty level. I will say this: with a 1 on your investigation, you're like, yeah, no, there's no indicator of anything really. You're just looking around, and you feel like you could feel it. What's pissing you off is that you can feel that you're looking at something important, and you're just not seeing it.
Okay, I'm gonna play to my strengths and stop trying to think, and I'm just gonna sit here and breathe and then try and intuit, and I'm gonna balance on the wall, and I'm gonna spin around in a circle and point in a direction randomly.
Give me a wisdom, or give me an insight check with advantage.
How do I do advantage?
If you
Hold down
D&D
shift,
Beyond,
I
hold
think.
shift down and then click. Yeah, shift and then click.
It's not working. It's not working.
No, just roll twice then.
There we go.
All right, so you got a 20. Shit, there you go. 26. All right, with the 26, you close your eyes. You take a deep breath. You center yourself. You send your feelings out. For a moment, you feel like you can connect with whatever magical field it is that Frankie is talking about. Give me a wisdom save. You feel your consciousness almost gets sucked into like a whirlpool that opens up beneath you, a mental whirlpool. You open your eyes and you look down. And you're still standing on stone, but you feel like your mental, you feel your consciousness almost slip out of your head and down out through your stomach, but you manage to kind of grab a hold mentally at the last second and stay in this world. Your eyes open up. You feel out of balance. And you almost give me a dex save. Yeah, you fall off the wall.
Yeah, that seems right.
Can I try and catch him?
Yeah, sure. Give me a strength check.
Oh, all right, great.
Come
Strength
on,
save.
like beat.
Strength check.
Or strength save, really. Oh, yeah, 17's good enough. Yeah, he falls off the wall, and you actually manage to grab him before he face plants.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's what you get for spinning around on walls with your eyes closed. What are you doing?
I could feel it. I could feel the other world thing, the vision. It was like when water goes down a drain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a little whirlpool.
Yeah.
Down.
It was that, and then I could. It was colors, and I could. What else did I get? What else did I glean?
That's all you could feel, is that you could feel your consciousness slipping someplace, and you stopped yourself. You stopped it from happening.
Yeah. It's like trying to pull us into something.
Yeah, Junie, you're looking around, and you actually see the remains of a campfire stand in the room in the area where you're standing, and it looks like, and it actually looks relatively recent, like in the last night or two.
Do we think that's before or after the dead guy was killed?
Probably all around the same time.
Okay.
It's all relatively fresh. I will tell you this, guys. At 10 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock now. I know that it's 1 a.m. on the East Coast, and I know Matt's got to pass out. I'm going to say this. The sun is starting to go down, and you know about the hazards of staying out, in the swamps or outside of town at night. You've got enough. If you leave now, you've got enough time to make it back to Helix, or you could try to make camp here, or plan to stay here for the night.
Damn.
What do y'all want to do?
Yeah, I think we need to see this place under moonlight. I think it's important.
Okay, let's build up some space and hunker down and there to fortify an area just in case some creepy crawly nasties need to get punched in the face.
All right.
Sure, why not?
Okay, and Lauren, you out a game above the table, logistically speaking. What is the likelihood of you being here next week?
I would say there's probably a 75% chance that I won't be here.
That you will?
That I won't.
That you won't. Okay.
Just so you know, also, I will be at the great festival known as the Burning of the Man next week.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, right. Next week is... Wait. Next week is Burning Man? It's not Labor Day weekend?
No,
It's
that's
like-
the end of it. It's over.
Yeah, it's like 3 weeks. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
No, it's
2 weeks?
It's a week long, yeah.
It's a week long. There's people out there setting up.
Got it. Yeah,
But
no, I've got friends.
next
I've got
Monday-
friends out there already. So
On the next Monday, I'll be in Reno, and I will be tuning in. Natalie might not be. She might be
Okay.
sipping coladas by poolside.
that's
But-
fair. All right. Well, in that case, let's just get together on Facebook and figure out who will be here for next week, or if we have to postpone, because I'm not going to trust Wi-Fi out on the playa. But
Oh no, I will. Yeah, that's not.
so
happening.
in that case, let's just we'll plan for the next session for 2 weeks from now, and that'll give me enough time to get everything finished up here. I'm very excited about this. So
2 weeks from now is Labor Day weekend, and for sure I'm not available on Labor Day weekend because I'm at Camp Hollywood, the big swing dance convention.
all right. Well, we'll get on Facebook and we'll get this all figured out. But for the next session, so maybe it'll be 3 weeks, but we'll get it all figured out. But in the meantime, folks, thank you all so much for tuning in. We will we'll plan that when we resume, you guys will be here at night, and we'll see what this is all about. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is DM Greg. This has been Secrets of the Barrowmaze, and it's been a pleasure to be your DM this evening. These are the Turtle Tonys. So glad to have everybody here tonight. You can adventure with the Turtle Tonys in the Barrowmaze and in the other areas here, like this mysterious location that I have developed. Check out secretsofthebarrowmaze.com. Please come and join the campaign. I am happy to run for as many parties as possible. Not to spoil too much, but most of what the Turtle Tonys have discovered tonight is actually the doings of another group of players So these are fellow PCs that have sown some of the chaos that they ran into this evening in their own in their own adventures. So that kind of adds like a fun level to the chaos. And I got to get you guys all talking on Discord at one point because I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Crossover episode.
Crossover, yeah. These guys are East Coast based and they play on Wednesdays after school. So I will have to check and see if we can pull it off. They're also like 11 and 12. So, we'll have to change the content rating on the episode. But it's a good group of folks. And yeah, you two can cross over with the Total Tonys if you come and play Secrets of the Barrowmaze with us. So please check us out, secretsofthebarrowmaze.com. And check me out. All of my links are down in the description on whatever channel it is you're watching. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you again at some point soon as the Total Tonys continue the exploration of this mysterious location. And in the meantime, hope you have a great week. Hope you have a great couple of weeks in case it's a minute before we see you again. Because some of us got to go off and burn the man, and we understand how important that is. It's a very spiritual experience. And in the meantime, have a great time. We'll see you soon. Love you very much. And until we see you next, roll them 20s.